and welcome back to Afterburner 2026. My name is Booker, and as always, I'm joined by the studious Kevin with a K.
I love that you've always got a new adjective for me.
Nice to see you, my
pleasure.
friend.
It is a pleasure. I am so happy that I get to. This is the full circle moment that we kind of alluded to back at Honeypot, where I actually get to bring you back to the event that you brought me to for my first time in the Midwest. And so I am just thrilled that, I mean, some things panned out, unfortunately, that didn't allow for the schedule I was expecting, but it does mean that I get to commentate with you again, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, we can't be too upset about that. I know, it's crazy. We began and ended in the middle of Indiana in the winter. It is freezing out here. Thankfully, the wind has left up a little bit, but I actually hear something on it. I think it's Iiken.
Ooh.
I heard we're getting Iiken on stream starting up against Miya. What a phenomenal set to start us off today.
Insane way to begin a Midwest major. We have Iiken, Chicago-lander, I mean, also claiming NorCal and France and wherever else the hell that he's been. But he reps Chicago. So we have a Midwest defender versus Miya, who has gracefully come through and shown the Midwest some love. Has been super fun, by the way, the entire weekend with playing with the audience, interacting with the cameras, and being like a really fun and awesome personality. So I'm excited either way because both of these players are just fun, charismatic, happy people. They're very kind.
When it comes to top players, I always rate them on what they provide to the event outside of just being a top player. Anybody can be good, right? But only like certain people can kind of bring a magic to the event that allow for the players to engage with them in like a way just beyond just their play, right? Iiken's one of those guys. He walks into a room, he really lights up the room, and I think the same thing is with Miya. They just love working a crowd, they love just being here, and they just love having a good time, dude. These guys are all smiles the entire time. Yeah,
that's my favorite thing is watching Iiken finish out a game, finish out a set, or even just like an interaction, pop his winning smile. And Miya does the same thing on world stages. This is going to be a blast.
You can see it right there.
Already. Off rip. Auburn, Indiana, graced with two incredible players. And, I mean, this is going to be a really volatile game. I've seen this matchup before, Ryu versus Game & Watch in various places. I think Plus versus Jazzo at Patchwork 2024 comes to mind, where Jazzo was actually showing a lot of signs of life and making that look like a super winnable matchup, and especially because Iiken's big difference in playstyle versus Jazzo is that he's willing to scrap, he's willing to be more aggressive, means that Game & Watch doesn't get to take all of the stage that he is hoping to take to force Ryu into the corner into an eventual edgeguard position. So Iiken being willing to slap back means that there should be more opportunity for advantageous positioning for the Ryu.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at all the other Ryus that he's fought. I specifically remember Miya being at Rise and Grind. I thought I was fighting him against a Ryu, and there's some amazing sets and moments with that one. But we're going to be getting into the game here. Game 1 at Afterburner 2026. This is top 32 if you were just tuning in. Miya versus Iiken, a battle of the century. What a really exciting to watch.
Oh my god. Starting off really hot with, of course, Ryu getting edge guarded. That's going to be the name of the game. Big win condition for Game & Watch. Can I get Ryu off stage? Can I maintain stage position? And we're starting off with an SD.
We gotta get one out of the early, right? Kind of get it out of your systems here. Not a button check if you're just tuning in, but I think it was one of those you're incredibly cold when starting off as well. I'm not too surprised that most SDs probably start when people are just showing up to a venue. Miya's gonna be slapping back already, 74% here on Iiken.
Yeah, that SD is nothing if you can't get some extra credit on the back end, and Iiken is struggling to find any sort of opening. These large hitboxes, far-hitting hitboxes, and of course the up B.
I love that as well, using the fair to actually hold that lasting hitbox so you can punish it with up B. Phenomenal play there for Miya.
Iiken deep off stage. Miya going deep just enough, finds the drag down off of the trade. Shoryu does not trade favorably, unfortunately.
You just need it once. You just need it once. You need a single hit from that multi-hit here. And it's already looking even here. You can just forget that Miya SD.
I mean, I'm sure Miya's hoping to forget it at the very least. Iiken pressuring the corner though. This is a good position. Iiken wants to hold the center stage down and then wants to find any sort of air-to-air, any sort of way to force your way in. But unfortunately, again, disjoints are such a difficult thing for the Shotos to deal with.
And he's also going to find issues when it comes to the stage selection here. As you can see, he's not able to touch the ground. The platforms are not helping him in the slightest. That nair out of Mr. Game & Watch covers the entirety of the platform, and Ryu's left with very few options. There's certain matchups that when you play it, you're like, man, what do I even do here? And this is incredibly difficult for Iiken to try to navigate.
Narrowly avoids getting edge guarded there. Sent corner to corner, though, unfortunately, around the world and can't find your way back to the ground.
But somewhere in there did sneak in 80%, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of funny how that happens with Ryu. You think you're winning the entire time. You're like, where did all this percent come from? Mr. Game & Watch definitely doesn't like it, but Iiken definitely hates to see the up air there. 154, he's going to be losing his second stock. A last stock game 1.
I didn't know that Game & Watch up air kills. I didn't know that it could kill.
That theory.
That high up, I guess, at that percentage, it worked out.
And it's just a little bit here and there. Both these characters actually love chipping away at your percent. Obviously, Mr. Game & Watch has some good combos. Obviously, Ryu has some good combos. But the name of the game is just winning neutral most of the time. And unfortunately, Mr. Game & Watch just has a couple more tools that Ryu is missing out on. He can just see him on full display here.
Yeah, this whole idea of Iiken being able to scrap means that he's going to find more opportunities, more openings, more combo ability, more kill confirms. Not coming to fruition because Miya is playing around the range of the disjoint super duper well. And like you said, it's all about neutral, and Iiken just could not win a single one after that SD. Able to get 97% on the back end of the SD, but Miya took the entire game.
Speaking of disjoints, right? That was rough. That was rough there. Iiken trying to get on stage. It's the there's certain matchups too when you're playing a top tier, right? I think I can confidently say that for Mr. Game & Watch. You're playing a top tier. There's moves in your kit that just invalidate entire characters, and it's really funny to see that sometimes. But like Bacon is incredibly difficult to deal with when you are Ryu because you got to be very specific on how you recover back to the stage. It can just completely define the matchup.
You have to basically clank the end hit of Shoryu with a piece of bacon if you want to have a chance to snap to ledge. Otherwise, it's going to hit you on the head.
And it's got to be specifically where you're hitting it too, because if they, obviously we're assuming the Game & Watch is placing them correctly, right? It is covering so much area. And not just that, and you can see, depending on the matchup, they'll switch, usually using fairs to edgeguard here. Very few fairs are going to come out of this because you're going to be clanking with the bombs. It's a perfect option selected from Miya. Going back to small battlefield here, go for game 2.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Iiken handles this mental stack because not just the ledge trapping, but that's all after you get edge guarded, right? You have to avoid getting back aired, then you have to avoid the bacon afterwards. The amount that you have to worry about just to get back to a neutral position, and then winning neutral is a Herculean effort.
Yeah, it's just the last 8 hitboxes, unfortunately, here from Mr. Game & Watch. But Iiken is winning a few of these. It just doesn't tell the same story. When he wins, he's taking 1 or 2, but that's like 50% each time.
Because the only thing that he gets when he wins is an air-to-air. All he can get is like a nair trade or a fair trade. He doesn't get like a down tilt like you would normally see you get to get like 40% combos.
Entirety of his stock right there. Using down tilt to close it off. Miya knowing exactly the right percentage to opt for that one. Nair, nair, nair. We're already at 41. We're not done though. 54% here. Going for the extension rather than going for the straight up beat here. And it seems to be panning out. 75. Iiken, that is going to hurt, my friend.
I like the idea. I think maybe if you just Tatsu a little bit earlier there, and unfortunately not making it. I don't even think if you drifted a little bit more, you're touching the ledge there.
I think he slightly missed it, but he didn't use the strong Shoryu. He might have made it back if he did. It happens. It's really tough when you're playing this character too, with just like trying to, when STI is in the mix when it comes to fighting game combos, it kind of like starts making some weird things happen with your inputs.
Right, speaking of the mental stack, all of that, having to worry about all that.
And that was, I think, the 4th regular get up in a row, and Miya is now catching on.
That was something. That was definitely something. Iiken's going to have trouble getting back here. About to get restocked by the world's top 3 player.
Oh, he just was going for it. They would have worked on a normal character, by the way, just because they have the ability to cancel their spot dodge is really funny.
Tosses Iiken off stage. It's where he's been the entire game. He's got to be getting comfortable over there. I guess that's maybe something he's got going for him.
There's the chair. That's another thing, too, with Game & Watch. You can just kind of crouch and avoid a lot of things, like Kirby Crouch. Kirby Crouch is a whole move.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that they gave it to that character. And Mr. Game & Watch having that's like, ugh.
Yeah, it does not need it. But when Iken's big, I don't even want to call it a win condition, but percentage condition is finding air-to-airs, it only takes so long for me to realize, oh, the only thing that's actually swatting me out is fair and nair. What if I just wait for him to overshoot, crouch underneath him, and then I can punish?
Do you know the actual problem here?
I mean, it's the tier list.
No, it's jumping at him. That's the problem. You're fighting air-to-airs, because look at Game & Watch, right? You say Game & Watch has better aerials than 99% of the cast, right? You got to be sticking on the ground a little bit more there and playing a slower neutral game. But I get getting really excited just trying to run it.
But tell me, how do you approach a Game & Watch with... I mean, like this.
That's what we want to see.
But that's Miya overshooting and Iiken playing bait and punish.
Disjoining your forward tilts like that on the ground is exactly what you want to be doing, because you actually can space out a bit here. Him jumping in and using nairs is what he was doing the last time and it wasn't working out. He needs to be staying grounded a bit more. Here is good, right? Able to win that out, but he's been trying to go that this entire time. And when he stays on the ground, he gets the conversions. That's what I want to see, Iiken.
Okay! That's the GOAT. Ironically, that's how Jaza would play this matchup, grounded and fishing for F-tilts. And Iiken, I think, is finally figuring out that adaptation. Hopefully not too little too late.
You know, don't let us confuse you when it comes to talking about Game & Watch being a good character. Ryu is an incredibly good character, and there are moves that you just have to rely on the entire time, and forward tilt is one of those for some matchups there. Miya is going to be closing out that stock, but it is even here going into Game 3.
Yeah, running the evenness, unfortunately, not where Iiken wants to be after such a dominating first stock. It was essentially a 0 to death for Miya coming off the Angel platform.
Using that one, getting out of the way. Yes, the slower play is what I do want to see out of Iiken. Obviously, it's going to be working well there, and that Nair able to actually go into an almost full conversion here. 60% is a lot. Going to get punished a little bit, and he found a full conversion off of it. Mia's crazy, dude. I love watching this Game & Watch.
Iiken running the full length of the stage just to not find anything. It's so difficult when you just have to approach with shield because of how good Game & Watch's out-of-shield options are, how good Game & Watch's spacing options are, aerial options are. The best you can do, like you said, is Fisher and F-tilt. And if you have to run across the stage to get there, you're barely going to have time.
Do you see every time he's getting hit, by the way? He's jumping. Look at that. Let's go, Iiken. We love to see it. I'm not biased at all. I just want him to take a game.
Approaching patiently and using grounded options is, and I'm going to keep bringing him up because I think it is relevant, it's the Jazo rulebook.
There's a reason Jazo gets a lot of wins, dude. He just, thinks you. He's like, I'm going to play this mental game here. Speaking of mental game, that fair kind of takes your entire brain power. That's going to take the stock here going into the last one, potentially, of Iiken's winner's life.
This is the best game Iiken's had so far, but every time he finds a lead, Miya trades it right back. Now, if the pattern continues, Iiken's next lead is the game.
Yes. Presumably, right? I think he needs like 2 of them to actually get a full kill off of it, but I love that, right? Gonna be rolling behind him. He noticed that Miya just mispositioned himself, unfortunately, here. Going for an option. I just don't want him seeing him hopping. There we go. Punishing is grounded.
Clean option, but that, again, requires bait and punish. Miya has to make a mistake. Miya has to jump in with an unsafe aerial, and like you talked about, every time Iiken goes to the air, Miya is catching the grounded options. Miya is catching the landings.
Oh, almost had it. Just a little bit off. Spacing-wise here, he's trying to go for the Nair into the kill pin from 93%. Game & Watch, I think Game & Watch died at 70, to be honest.
Oof.
That's a very light character, but this is not the position that you want to be in. Very smart.
Yes, good. Waiting out the bacon, but unfortunately reset on the bacon into the back air. Miya 3-0's Iiken and would look to be potentially a momentum shift was shut down.
Yeah, I think Iiken just took a little bit too long to change how he was approaching it. I think when you see game 1, right, your opponent SDs immediately, your mental goes, I got this, everything's good, I got no issues now. And seeing your opponent just claw his way back, you go, oh, what am I doing? I'm playing terribly. And then we saw that through game 2. He completely chalked his mental. And game 3, he just wasn't able to lock it. And that happens sometimes, right? That's a really tough thing as a competitor, especially it's day 2. I don't know how you slept last night. Did you grab your coffee, right, going into it? And this is something we try to prep people for. Iiken, of course, no stranger to playing on the stage, but that might actually show you the skill difference with how good Miya is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that's really the key here. A lot of other Game & Watches get out-adapted very quickly by a player that plays a character like Ryu, right? These characters that, yes, you say they're good, they have these good options, but ultimately they have this fairly, I don't want to call it a linear play style, but it's constricted, right? They have a very limited toolbox of what they can use, so they have to get creative with it. They're very good at adapting. Yeah. Shoto players are incredible at adapting, so it's rare when you see a player out-adapt a Shoto player at the level that Iiken is at. So I really like that Miya is kind of the example here, kind of the bar that you're setting.
Yeah, no, and we love to see it too. I think we got another good game, potentially. Maybe.
Yeah, we got a
like
feud
good
that
sets.
might be coming up.
Those
Yeah,
sound like really good sets,
yeah, we've got. Go ahead. Let's
run
let
you
them
through.
know what we've got. What we've got coming
All
up.
right, we'll clue you guys in.
A lot of really great sets on mainstream too. Make sure that you're checking out not just here on Odyssey Esports IN, but also Collision Series TV. There's some amazing stuff happening over with Mochi and Pal Pal on the
You
main.
can stay with us too.
You can also.
You can stay with
Why
us.
don't you have both pulled up? That's the question.
So it looks like we have Apple reviewer Geist.
Okay.
So me brawler, Bayo. I don't know how familiar you are with that matchup.
I can't say. That sounds like a matchup that you would be very familiar
It's
with.
maybe it's tough. There's not that many me brawlers.
No.
There was a good me brawler in. Oh my gosh. There was a good me brawler. It wasn't Kansas. I think it was Oklahoma. There was a really solid me brawler in Oklahoma. I've been out of the game for a little bit. I can't remember his tag. Shout out to you if you know who you are. So I have seen the matchup a couple times. Oh, we're getting Big Boss. Okay, the other one was going to be AK and Big Boss, and we're going to get AK and Big Boss. We
Okay.
cheated.
All right. MKBigBoss versus ApolloKage. I feel like with the amount of times that MKBigBoss has come up to the States, they for sure had to have played each other before.
Oh, 100%. And this is a matchup that people are very familiar with, especially like late stage alt. We saw this in the like early mid stage alt though. Lot of Rob Snake. Rob Snake is it's a difficult matchup from both sides just because you have the ability to die at any point. I think that, like most things, Rob doesn't have to work as hard just to get a kill. But Rob has kind of a tough time getting in, much like most people with Snake. So it's one of those like pretty, I think the Rob Snake players would have a more specific nuance on the matchup. I think it's one of those like incredibly even ones that it can go either way. And both of these players incredibly talented. Shout outs to Big Boss, by the way, somebody who consistently shows up to travel, try to get better. And we see him in the Midwest every once in a while, so love to see these guys.
And ApolloKage being, of course, the person that always holds down the Midwest whenever we have invaders come to the region, has been, at least for this last year, has been kind of the person to get past. He's been at the bridge waiting for new challengers and has been pretty effective at stifling new entrants to the scene. That said, these two have played once before, and ApolloKage did win.
Was it at, I'm not even looking, was it at Rise and Grind?
I would love to tell you. I really would genuinely love to tell you.
The app not working.
Things are spinning.
Shout outs to Super Major, dude.
Yeah, Super Major's goated. To be clear, it's the Wi-Fi. It's not Super Major, all right? It's
I'm on
my
5G.
data.
I'll do it faster than you.
Yeah, I got, you know what? I'm not going to call out cellular services.
They'll find you.
Yeah, they might sponsor us someday, you know? That's...
No. Nah, we're past that. We're not going to get more cellular
I'm ready for this
sponsorship.
next AT&T Top 32 match.
Give me green. Oh, Mint Mobile? Oh, Ryan Reynolds sold it.
Really?
Yeah. He did like, he was a spokesperson of it, made it really popular, then just sold it for a bunch of money. Many
You
such
know,
cases.
many such cases.
Someone
Exactly.
would call that a rug pull.
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
As you're on your mid-mobile phone.
On my Mint Mobile, but definitely not. Yeah, but people keep changing their tags. I can't remember who anybody is anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that ApolloKage has a lot of Rob experience
He does.
inside
He
the
does.
region.
There's some good Robs out here,
Yeah.
but MKBigBoss is kind of on his own level.
And Big Boss has played against Alandis a lot too.
Yes.
So I know that both of these guys have the experience. And these two are also kind of known for playing their characters differently than the rest of the cast.
Correct. Which we love to see here. And starting us off, this is going to be the rest of the entire set. So I
Yep.
hope that you like this.
I hope you
specifically.
enjoy projectiles and explosives.
Yes, 100%. I know I do. I love watching AK, man.
Militants versus robots. This is how it goes. This is what our future looks like.
Joining the fight of robots on the side of robots.
Okay. ApolloKage's game plan, stuff your opponent into the corner as possible, otherwise fully reset. You do not want to be playing scraps with Rob. It's not favorable.
Yeah, you are just going to be losing that, unfortunately, here. Bigboss covering ledge pretty well, forcing AK to recover high, and AK no stranger to these high recoveries. The trick is not getting punished with them. Not able to convert off of that kill, though, and AK still lives at 126, 170.
Oh
we
my
love
God.
grenades, man.
But buffering the grenade also missed the opportunity for them to potentially be able to punish, put Big Boss in disadvantage, and reset the momentum. So ApolloKage's stock is the first to fall.
I've seen that exact situation before, by the way, but when we allowed Lilac, you could just, like, fall off with the up throw and then survive it immediately.
That's crazy.
I think it's hilarious. Used to be the most inoptimal throw to kill people in. But
back.
Big Boss does close out the first stock here, and let's see if AK can actually keep on the stage. Doesn't look like it. And was able to grab the gyro throw out of his hands.
Yeah, that could have been detrimental, right? You toss the gyro and then you go deep with like a down air or something. It would have been doable, but 77% and climbing. ApolloKage not finding footing and definitely not finding the stock.
Dude, I love that mix-up from Big Boss. He goes, I'm just not going to press a button here. I'm going to let you think I'm coming at you. Is we dead, though? Yeah, at that percentage. Thankfully, Snake has so many options for killing at high percent off of grab. You're essentially converted?
No
was
way.
able to convert off of that?
I thought for sure that was stock. Still advantage, though. You have to get back to stage. Rob has such big hitboxes. He covers so much space. You can't land on the platform safely either.
Dude, that was almost a crazy setup, too, if he didn't manage how the grenade exploded on him. Had a C4 underneath him, and 27 could have been eaten a lot higher. He got off scot-free. Thankfully, that up air is always going to be clanking with grenades as long as he's pulling them, but that high percentage just going to be taking him out, unfortunately.
Nikita did work, but unfortunately, you were at such high percentage that the up air does not even complete for the taking shot.
Yeah, and you can see the landing here from AK. AK keeps landing with air dodge,
yep.
And Big Boss is catching that every single time. We're going to need a change up. Oh my gosh, I'm so surprised I didn't kill.
Not that high percentage, I suppose, but big body on the platform, you really never know. Oh, down tilt approaching. This is the issue, right? You can't box with Rob up close, at least not while he's facing you.
And sometimes, you know, Snake does like boxing, but like not when he's at an entire stock deficit. It leads to situations like this. Big Boss takes game 1 with 2 stocks in the bank.
It's kind of the nature of the game with Snake, is that it always comes down to who can get the lead first, because it changes the entire dynamic of the matchup. Versus like playing against characters with a fairly linear game plan, like say like Greninja or Fox or something along those lines, where you have like a pretty standard idea of what you're going for, regardless of if you're at a deficit or at an advantage. Snake is kind of a full inverse of that. If you're at an advantage, your opponent has full onus to approach you, and you have a million tools to continue to trade damage favorably. But if you're at a deficit, Snake approaching is just a different thing altogether.
Did you see any lasers that entire game?
Yes, yeah, at the beginning, but they stopped about after the first stock.
Okay, there it is. Maybe he is throwing them out.
Just said that it was only the first stock, though. It kind of stopped halfway through.
Probably doesn't just want to allow him to run in. There's kind of a lot of time when you activate a laser in comparison. Gyro's thrown up, just like barely avoids it. I'm surprised Big Boss went for full conversion knowing it wasn't his. Gyro falling out of that, up tilt doesn't care. Man, 78 is exactly the position that ApolloKage wants to be at. Well, Battlefield, he's really liking this stage.
Yeah. Having that platform by the ledge is actually false safety for whoever is at the corner. Of course, Rob underneath the platform is always dangerous, but Snake explosives cover so much of that you have to reset back to center, and that center in between the platforms is so much more narrow on small Battlefield than something like PS2.
Something really funny too, both these characters are ones that opt for high recoveries. Not a lot of characters have that option available for it, but these two, you'll just see them both going incredibly far. And it's just weird. It's like a really weird position because the options are not open to everybody. They get it for free, essentially, right? Getting back on the stage for very little. And the first stock is going to go the way of AK.
That is an interesting observation, because Rob isn't necessarily afraid to be above Snake, but Snake doesn't have an option to not be above Rob.
Exactly.
Rob can recover low.
He can just do it. It's just you don't want to be coming onto these platforms against Snake. Snake's just so good at edge guard. They're actually both really good at edge guard. Look at these are the same character. They have really good options, actually.
Whoa,
I don't know.
whoa.
I don't know. They're pretty close. I think it comes down to the usage of down tilt. Snake doesn't have a down tilt equivalent.
I think also just having the capability to kill your opponent while they're above you in the air, right? Like, it's one thing to catch landings, but it's another thing for, like, Big Boss to chase high. And ApolloKage doesn't have that same opportunity with Snake.
This was lasting hitboxes, right? Oh, thank the Lord we are grabbing ledge at the perfect time there.
Woo.
Gyro almost made it a terrible positioning. 15% AK is living this. Gyro might kill you soon here, dude. You gotta be careful.
And what do we talk about, Booker? When Snake has a percentage or a stock advantage, the game is totally different. All it is grenade trading percentages, and look how favorably it's working out for ApolloKage. 234.
Do you see how many button presses he's doing when he's coming to Nikita? I'm B-reversing a grenade. I'm B-reversing another grenade. I'm setting up a C4 there. And it just creates this impenetrable front that is it's so hard for Big Boss to get through. Look at that. Using the C4 to reposition so you don't have to do a low recovery.
Ah, man. Big Boss is too afraid to chase high, especially at this deficit, because if you give ApolloKage an inch, he's going to take an entire mile. So you're waiting until ApolloKage lands and then praying that you can catch like some sort of grounded option or find a grab. But the gyro from distance, a very safe option, not panicking yet.
I haven't watched AK play in a while. This is inspired. I love this recovery. I don't think any Snake has done that, or like used to do that at all, so this is some crazy plays at the high percent. I'm not gonna die at 200, dude. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't kill me. I'm just gonna keep going high, deal with it. Oh, I love that option though. Good plays from MKBigBoss, evening it up already. Big
Boss stopped chasing high altogether. Instead, I'm not going to use my burners to go all the way to the top blast zone because you can avoid it very easily with V-reverse and you can get out of it with grenades. So instead, I'm going to catch every single landing option because I have the tools to do so. And once you get to the ground, that grenade only helps you so much.
What we were talking about game 1, right? He was catching every single landing option because AK can bend the same way. He stopped doing that and we saw what happened. There's no point in chasing him. Let him do whatever he wants. When you get to the ground, there's only so many things you can do.
Finding the Mary, up tilt, broken out of by the grenade. I've seen that very consistently from ApolloKage. I genuinely didn't realize that was an option. I didn't realize it's a frame 1 conversion, or rather frame 2, I guess, for Rob.
Rob's a good character. Little did we know. I know, this is a shock to everybody. Going to be trying to get back on stage. It's exactly the position that MKBigBoss wants. It just has to be like, it's really weird when you're ledge trapping Snake because you got to stand in a different position than normally would.
And I don't know when this happened, and I feel bad about this, but ApolloKage is now at a massive deficit after being up like 2 stocks nearly.
Yeah, he got like his second stock got cooked, unfortunately. But he's not feeling incredibly terrible. This is when he feels bad. But overall, the deficit doesn't matter. He's got full range. That's exactly what he wants. 102. You're going to die to a 4 up tilt. Up there does kill. Okay. It's tough. It's tough to see sometimes, too, with how heavy Snake is. And especially if there's a grenade setup at all, you can't take your hand off the controller because you might just not die off of the loot that you do. So, but as always, AK, just completely unfazed. I wonder what bubblegum he's eating.
That's another... I don't care.
Look at him,
bubblegum, bro. What are you talking about?
It might be good.
It might be good.
It keeps you awake, you know?
That's true. That's true. Homie is on his health grind. That's
what I'm
for sure.
saying. Let's go, AK.
But here's an interesting thing.
Right.
The second that ApolloKage was in disadvantage, like it was down percentages, the game plan changes to where MKBigBoss can now fish for grabs. And that's the one thing that when MKBigBoss was at a deficit, he was not approaching for grabs because he didn't want to take additional damage. Grab is such a consistent high percentage kill confirm for Rod that if you don't have that available to you, or you're not willing to rip it because you're at a stock deficit, then you suddenly lose one of your best capabilities to kill Snake at 234%.
And Snake loves his grabs too, right? This is one of those matches that can be really defined by it. I loved that from Big Boss, just completely threw myself and AK off. Up air is going to be closing it out though. This is you're talking about killing people above you. It's about those last hit boxes. Both of these characters kind of have that. The legs from AK, while not as effective in comparison to Rob, are still so good at just covering these spot tops options.
It maintains your advantage state, but it only rarely kills, right? Unless you hit the sweet spot like ApolloKage did, which is a good mix-up option. It's more just about maintaining your advantage and putting Big Boss into a worse spot with less resources. Then maybe you can kill with Nikita.
Setting up a grenade at the roll height, grabbing another grenade, setting that up right at regular getup, and then buffering a reverse down air to cover every option. I don't know, dude. That's crazy. My brain is hurting watching the AK play.
Oh my god. It followed Big Boss off of the ledge with a down air so that he couldn't swing, and then the second that Big Boss lands, underneath him is the foot.
You're still getting hit. Oh, and he's going to be a little bit disadvantaged. I love that, though. Going for the aerial option, switching him up with the up B, and it's kind of Big Boss now, trying to fight against all of these percentage gaps, and there it is, right? It's that lasting hitbox. You gotta be just punishing people's landing options. AK's getting kind of comfortable sitting up there. Switching it up sometimes is good. I love the Big Boss switching up and just going after him.
This is where we've seen before, though. ApolloKage with just a stock advantage, and Big Boss playing the same way. But when you fish for a grab at that percentage, ApolloKage has the advantage. He can either pull grenade or he can roll.
Trying to land.
Bang.
It's the same thing, though, right? Both of them have not been switching up how they've been running down. They've been holding as much space as possible in the air, and now they're just running at them.
Yeah.
This went from what we expected, a very slow, methodical, projectile-oriented game, to both of them adapting, now just running at each other.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of funny.
I mean,
you have the capability to do it. It's good characters, dude. You
Yeah.
can just do these things. You can switch up your playstyle entirely and still be as effective.
it's because both of these characters want to do the same thing when they have a lead.
Exactly.
And the other one has to go in. Like, there's no other option. There's no choice here. So the games naturally have to be fast-paced, as opposed to, like, if you're playing against Sonic, who just has better runaway tools than you have approach tools. Both of these guys have equal amounts of both.
Sonic might as well just be a projectile character.
He's a projectile.
He's the projectile. Yeah, exactly. He's the projectile. I mean, going to PS2, interesting stage position or picking here. I think Big Boss might feel that he's more comfortable on it than AK. It's kind of a risk. Normally, we always tell new players, right? Don't take snakes to PS2. Don't let them take it for free. They have so much coverage with C4, but C4 hasn't been really playing a lot of like defining in this matchup.
No.
AK hasn't been able to do like any setups.
I mean, percentage of the stage-wise, C4 takes up less percentage of the stage on PS2 than it does on small Battlefield. I think more of what it is that you have more ground space to work with, and Rob's superior like ground speed and being able to get back to landing somewhere is super duper helpful for him. And ApolloKage on the Snake doesn't have great aerial speed, so his landing is going to be equally as readable on this stage as any other.
I like that option here from MKBigBoss, not just going for the down tilts because he's been getting punished for it. He goes for a down tilt, backs off, goes for a second down tilt, see if he can actually get it. And it's been forcing the slot slower play. 9-day difference this game compared to the last.
The gyro, but
That's
the
why.
C4 barely.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
No,
it's
I
the
mean,
platforms.
It just barely nicked him.
I know, it covers so much. It's crazy. I don't know what it is. It might be a psychological effect.
It has to be, right?
No, I'm telling you, the platforms here allow for a lot more coverage in general. Mark my words, he's going to lose another stop to that.
Clocking that one right now.
Clocking it, do it. He's going to go get
184%. ApolloKage comfortably hanging out on the right side, and this is kind of something that's interesting about PS2, is that yes, you have more room on your side to wait, but so does ApolloKage. Oh!
Messed it up there.
Unlucky.
Meant to go for a C4. Oh, a C4 was already placed. I don't think he could have done it.
I see.
Unfortunately. They just put you in a bad spot, right? At the end of the day, sometimes you go, nah, you got me. I'll hand it over. Setting up for this landing, though. I think he's trying to just make sure that Big Boss doesn't get it for free, but Big Boss found his opening. I love the way Big Boss is playing this control game.
Finding that positioning with that lasting hitbox again. Loops the Nikita all the way around, sends him corner to corner.
You see he's baiting the double jump with the Nikita. I love that, dude. That's so funny. Oh, and you're going to be punished for that, my friend. Big Boss was just waiting for that moment, you to get a little bit cocky, just to try to close out the set. Oh, no, he went for the grab, and it pushed him. The up tilt pushed his hitbox, man.
Oh,
going to be converting, though, and it doesn't even matter. We're even again.
What an insane sequence of events. ApolloKage presses 3 buttons in back-to-back sequence, all punishable, and Big Boss just picked the one option that didn't work.
I love that. This is such a fun set to watch. These characters played at a high level look so good together.
It's so good.
And I think like people can get really frustrated playing against these specific ones when you're on the other side of it, but man, is it great to watch.
That C4 cornering you right now. Just run right past it because you're just going to land on your gyro. The gyro for safety gets you back to center stage.
That was the kill box, dude, right in the middle of that gyro. There's the one side B we've seen the entire
Ripping it at center is
What did
crazy.
I say? What did I
You're
say?
crazy.
Give me my money. I mean, I don't know the stage selection. I'm not saying that like stages like make or break an entire game, but PS2 against Snake, especially when you're playing a big body, I don't know. Maybe there's like a new movement that's saying that it's okay to take him there, but C4 was been mostly ineffectual the entire set up until that specific game.
Yeah.
It's only the stage.
Which, again, I don't understand because the theory doesn't make sense.
The theory is right.
But it seems to be correct.
Yeah, you gotta stare at it. You gotta stare at when the C4 explosions, and it covers a lot more than you think it should with the visuals.
Is this like when I'm in like the Art Institute in Chicago and I'm supposed to get really close?
You gotta stand at a
to the
specific
pointillism?
point.
Like,
Yes, it's pointillism. Dude.
Yeah.
It's exactly right. No, I think, okay, so the platforms on PS2 are slightly higher.
right.
And I think because of that, it allows for the apex of the explosion to be higher up. And so normally,
I see the radius covers
Correct.
further on the left and the right side because of the underneath arc.
100%. That's exactly what happens.
geometry.
It's Snake, dude.
is point to
AK's
whistle.
doing math,
This
man.
is crazy. Sending it back to PS2, game 5. All you gotta do is look, you just gotta play not around the C4. Like, as long as you can avoid the C4, this is a theoretically better stage for Rob.
No, you have to play around it in here. It's like the problem. I don't know. I don't like this stage pick again, but when has stage picks been important, right? Honest to God, honestly, it's Smash, dude. Smash Ultimate has this thing where a lot of the stages are pretty vaguely similar at the end of the day. But we go back and forth about like blast zones. It doesn't matter. Like, MKBigBoss at 99%, right? Like game 1, it's gonna be as even as possible.
Yeah, but I think when you have two players this evenly matched and two characters that are both like at the top of the tier list, these minor differences that the stages provide can become major game changers when the rest of what's being affected is human play.
Yeah, that's true. C4 is set up here. He is going to be surviving off of that, but I love the follow-up, and it doesn't kill him. Look at that STI from AK. BigBoss is ready, and it doesn't matter. Oh, you go for the back air? Oh, I was expecting it. He didn't go for an aggressive option. He didn't think BigBoss wouldn't swing.
So patient, so patient. We're one up tilt away. That's exactly the one we looked for. And the C4 did get stuck. You saw it.
I saw it. You watch enough AK, you see it immediately. You start seeing how his brain works, dude. It's in like 4 dimensions. My fingers don't work fast enough. I'm too old, dude.
No. This is the APM required is insane.
Yeah, it's really forcing BigBoss just to think a lot more. He's now scared of the C4. This is the other problem with it. You're talking about like the mental stack, right? BigBoss now has to put something that he has to be a little more mindful about. And I love this so far, but suddenly you see he's not being as careful punishing the landing options because his brain's thinking about something else. And I think he just needs to sit down, take a break, and focus these landing options. This is where he's getting his conversions. Look, again, he's just not...
Okay, that one was avoidable. Let's be real. He just landed on the platform with the C4. It doesn't matter, though. Catching ApolloKage's landings. Don't chase high. Get him when he's landing on the platforms, and there's no C4 on the platforms for him. Unfortunately for BigBoss, though, ApolloKage whips that leg right out.
And right now you can see how he's stuck in the corner. He can't jump over. The C4's positioned here. He's using his grenades, and you extend your ledge trapping options. Suddenly, just standing on the side, you're just ledge trapped the entire time. You know, it doesn't look dangerous. Doesn't look as good overall, just when it comes to percentage, because it wasn't able to extend that positioning. But that is a lot of percent sitting in here on Rob. Rob does not want to see this option.
Grabbing the gyro, playing back, jockeying for stage, but not aggressively so. This is the patience that BigBoss needs. Not approaching where the C4 is at, but look at ApolloKage crossing him up so that he's on the side of the C4. He's playing around his own C4 and forcing BigBoss into the corner mentally.
Yeah, and he just saw he was going for the grab immediately. It's phenomenal understanding from BigBoss not to get grabbed up and not to get mixed up. But when you have the grenade in your hand, you have to be incredibly careful. He went for the shield break. Didn't quite get it, unfortunately, here. Bad positioning from him. Got a grenade about to go off. Doesn't quite cover it. Good roll away here from BigBoss. This is a tense game
down.
5.
I don't think there's a... Okay, C4 just exploded. Haven't set another one down right now. So the stage is fully clear. There it is, approached with the C4, and you can't land there for multiple reasons. The Nair doesn't connect in time.
Yeah, that is a masterclass in stage picking. That's what that is. Phenomenal play here from both players, though. And you can see BigBoss, right? There's just like the frustration. It's because, like, I don't know, people come away from AK looking like that a lot. Because it completely changes up how he chooses to play against you at any particular moment. But it's when he took his headphones off. Did you notice that? He's like, I don't need music. I just need to lock in.
I just need to center. Okay. You can't have it both ways.
What a great
Does the
set.
stage pick not matter, or is the stage pick what mattered the most?
No. I'm saying it's a masterclass and the stage picks matter.
Yeah.
Most of the time, for most players, it's the same thing with tier lists.
Yeah.
Tier lists don't matter. It only matters when you and your opponent are both at very high levels, right? Because your tools can come into play. The same thing with stages. Ultimately, it does not matter for like 99% of the people out there, but in this position is exactly when it does.
Right.
Two
very evenly matched players that have played before in top 32 of a major.
Correct. And you can use that at a lower mid-level to your advantage. Again, it's why we tell new players, don't just allow Snakes to go to PS2. No. It's a shorthand for what we saw right now, and that's exactly why.
The whole purpose is that knowing which stage you're picking is because your character can utilize that stage for a certain reason, right?
Yep.
Snake can do that piece. So like when you're talking about this can be adapted at a lower and a middle level, it's not necessarily because the stage is going to help you, it's because you understand how to utilize the stage as a tool.
Exactly.
And it felt like in that set, MKBigBoss, after winning 2 on small battlefield, right?
Yeah.
and then getting sent to PS2 and then running it back to PS2 twice is just, it seems like it's not something that you're really taking into consideration as potentially like a game-changing factor.
Yep. I think ultimately, and I try to tell, I was telling my students this a lot of the time, just pick a different stage. It doesn't even matter. If you lose on a stage, just don't run it back.
Yeah.
The mental block by itself can really contribute to it because you can like put yourself mentally into the last game. Just change the scenery up, give yourself a completely new area to just like craft on, and I think it'll help out a lot. This could be an interesting set, man.
Yeah, speaking of change of scenery, we're about to see two very different characters with two very different game plans.
Yeah.
Neither one. Well, I shouldn't say neither one with a projectile. We don't know. We don't know what we're running.
He's probably running shot put.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't remember what he was running earlier.
you got the idea is that you run either shot put or flashing Mach Punch, and flashing Mach Punch being the more brawlery option when you don't think that your projectile is going to be useful. Are you going to be able to edge guard Bayonetta with shot put? Potentially. Is shot put going to help you with your own recoveries when you're off stage? Potentially. Is it worth it as opposed to having a surprise kill option against a very light character where flashing Mach Punch in the corner can kill it like 80%? That might be an exaggeration. 90%.
It's Bayo's not light,
Right.
Like you definitely can. I think I don't like shot put as an option. It's too slow. You have to deal with Bayo double jumping off of the platform and ABKing, and that punishes so many folks when they try and ledge trap her.
We forgot about a whole thing. Witch time. You can witch time the shot put,
No,
which
you
is
just
its own
lose.
problem.
Yeah, but that's the problem. We could point to so many things. You can witch time the other move.
I mean,
right?
witch timing flashing Mach Punch is more difficult because if you're going to know that your opponent is using flashing Mach Punch, you're going to punish it a million other ways because of how much startup time it has.
That's our shot put. 2-2-2-2. It's been a second. I can't remember the.
Oh, you said 2-2? No, this is flashing Mach Punch.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Flashing Mach Punch, suplex, thrupper, and feint kick.
It's such a BM moveset that ended up being good, and I think that's really funny.
I do like that Esam's whole burning drop kick propaganda did not take off, and people are still running suplex.
Yes. Nope. I think that's the correct play to do it. Obviously, one of them is in top 32 and the other one's not. See?
Got him.
Oh, the dash attack here starting us off. It's a good recognition of the options that you have, but you're going to be stuck in this. And now we really have to decide. We have to look and see if ApolloKage has Bayo experience. Because it's not just Bayo experience, right? It's top-level Bayo experience on a consistent timing. Because if you're not playing in Ohio, you're not playing in KC, you're not playing in these places that have really good Bayos, you don't understand what to avoid, and that is exactly what you need to be careful of. It's not Smash 4 anymore, man.
Is that not
8 years removed? Not a lot of people know how to fight Bayo the same way.
Is that not a fault of the character more than the matchup experience? Oh God! I really thought something was happening there.
It was. It was about to. That's a Bayo moment. Only Bayo and Aegis could have gotten out of that.
That's the issue, right?
Yeah.
You have to be frame perfect, and even on some of those more less tight combos, I should say, it's not going to work out, but down throw thrupper is still a fantastic option, especially if you can get Bayo onto the platform. And you can see air dodging away from the platform because he doesn't want to land there for fear of getting fast fall grab thrupper.
Hey, super reasonable. I love this punishing here, and good plays from ApolloKage. Following off Geist off stage. Ooh, go for a back air. That's kind of risky. I love to see it. Does not look uncomfortable, right? I think that's good. But both of these characters are ones that you don't see all that often when you're playing as well, depending on the region, right? Region specifically. You're not playing against high-level brawlers all the time. I love that too, recognized immediately. That's so smart. Recognized immediately, I can't go for extended combos here. Let me get my guaranteed confirmed. I'll eat the 34% or super solid. Love that.
Just doing some research. ApolloKage is like the only Bayo that I'm seeing that's like more top-level Bayo experience is against Antimony, who now just plays Steve. So I don't really know how much recent Bayo experience we're talking about.
I think Antimony did play a lot of Bayo at the time, though. But yeah, Geist is just, Ben, if you guys aren't familiar, oh, there it goes. Geist is a fixture of the Midwest scene. I think the best Midwest Bayo right now, and has been just like really grinding this character out.
Seeing that come to fruition, look at this advantage, the fade back into the witch twist whenever ApolloKage tries to approach with a falling aerial option. Just trying to look for a witch twist because it's such a safe and easy trade option against like an approaching nair.
Yeah, using the disjoints that he has access to, which is very good, but unfortunately this is kind of looking like the Iiken set, where you have a character that's going to be putting a lot of percentages into you, and your entire game plan is to just try to get something in with aerials. Because even though I'm getting comboed, I'm still putting you at 108%. It's closing that out that's going to be the problem here.
Tried to flash a Mach Punch off of ledge.
I like that. I like that. That'd be reverse too.
The thought was good, but Geist also went for a new option, which is drop down to the ledge and then try to find a jumping option reversal. Did work out, finding the witch time into the forward smash. Slowly but surely, the kill spark comes through.
The problem when you fight Bayo with that knowledge, though. You go, I just need to get a stray nair in just to keep the damage up, right? And Bayo goes, you're fishing for stray nairs? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds like a kill confirm. It's a myth, by the way, that Bayo can't kill. We just saw it.
Yeah, it's the idea of Me Brawler's big thing is fishing for an opening either with a scoop up tilt against some matchups or approaching nair or something along those lines to get your up tilt combos. When you're playing against a character that has a move that's specifically dedicated to punishing predictable options, not just punishing predictable options, because all the Fire Emblem characters have counters, those don't do as much as Witch Time. Not by a long shot.
Yeah, Witch Time is just... It's such toxic design space, I think, honestly. Because the counters, you hit a move, you get an output, right? But when you do Witch Time, you are able to do so much more with that specific move. And you just getting any full punish off of it is insane, honestly. Love to see the play so far from Geist, kind of on ApolloKage to switch up the gameplay, try to see if they can find a hole in Geist's style, but I'm just not seeing it myself right now.
No, it seems like it's very, very difficult. Although, that was an interesting air-to-air. We're keeping the percentages a lot more even at the start of this game, too.
I love that. Oh, my God. The guy's just dancing on the ledge, dude.
Oh, wow, wow. Really just trying to thrupper what a jump out of shield. That's crazy, just fishing for some wild stuff. But ledge trapping is still a very reliable option for a character like Me Brawler. That's the one place that you can put Bayo where Bayo doesn't get to run the game on you.
Yeah, you just get back to that. But it is just going to be back airing. We're looking like a stronger Fox when you're doing your ledge traps there. It's going to take a second for guys to get familiar with it as well. And I think ApolloKage is going to have to completely switch up how he's handling it. But right now it's working out. And that's going to be the other problem, is that unfortunately, Me Brawler does have a bad recovery, and Bayo looks at that and says, oh my gosh, I'm eating well.
Yeah, that's a big challenge against a character that edgeguards so successfully.
Yeah, you just got to play grounded. Again, this is another one of those grounded matchups. You can't be fighting Bayo in the air. ABK beats out most options that you have. And so you're going to have to sit here and out-neutral Bayo as grounded as possible. Your 8 airs aren't doing it the same way. And look at that, you see jump, got hit with the ABK. It's those empty hops, dude. Those are just going to seal the deal here. The Geist is so good at instantly punishing you for it.
But now we're doing like fade back empty hops. I do like the change of pace for Apple Reviewer where you're no longer going for approaching unsafe options. But now Geist is feeling comfortable playing more aggressive and finding those ABKs you're talking about.
We figured this out in Smash 4. You run up and shield. You know, it has to be the option sometime here, especially in matchups like this. Oh, good plays there. I like the recognition that Geist is going to be pressing buttons here on ledge because he knows that you're going to be pressing disjoints, and so just waiting a second there. Solid. But that back air not killing at 120 hurts, dude. That hurts. There it is. 3 in a row.
All it takes.
Geist keeps trying to press a button 2 to punish it. It does not know which one to press and goes, I'm just going to up tilt back air you. Whatever, dude. I'll figure it out eventually. And, yeah. This character just has to try harder, right? In this specific matchup.
In this specific matchup,
yes.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, in this specific matchup. No. Me Brawler, you can quote me. Me Brawler is a very honest character. If you lose to Me Brawler, it's because you got out honest.
This is a really cool adaptation of the playstyle, though. Like, approaching more safely as possible with Apple Reviewer, but ultimately playing aggressive at ledge and then otherwise resetting neutral. You don't want to give up center if you don't have to. Guys, though, finding creative ways back.
And if you're losing set ever, right? You're just really losing all these neutral interactions. Just take it slower, dude. Stop running in. Just slow it down as much as possible. It's working out for Apple Reviewer overall, right? The game just looks completely different than it was the first one. It's not like a 3-0 again.
Right.
I think it was a 2-0.
Wow.
Sorry, dude.
You got robbed, brother.
One of us plays a better character. I'm so sorry, dude.
That's tough.
That's an elbow, so shake my hand moment. That feels bad. Look at him. He's like, man, what do you even do about that? Nothing. You don't do anything. You have to wait.
Yeah, you have to wait. You have to jump, and then once the air dodge comes out, you have to fast fall, double jump back air, which is like impossible to look for when you don't edge guard with Mii Brawler almost ever.
You know why that works, by the way? This is a multi-hit. If it wasn't a multi-hit, you would just go to a straight kill confirm with a single hit move. Bayo dies. Feels bad, right?
That is something to lock away in the chamber for game 3.
I know. Well, it's not much. I mean,
in terms of like, what do I look for? What do I fish for?
No. You ready? Run up smash. So much of a better option overall.
There's no way you just said that.
I said run up smash. No, up smash is bad. I'm telling you. Right. When your best move is not working in a match, you have to recontextualize the rest of your moves.
Yeah.
Right? Run up smash is an okay kill confirm overall, and you are able to punish jump-ins. You have to be mindful of where the APK is because a lot of things lose to APK. But if you're positioning yourself better, you can kind of punish an aggressive hit. It's not going to work for multiple stocks, right?
Of course.
But it now is something that you're putting into Geist to have to like think about here. I'm not just because what are we presenting? What is Apple Reviewer showing us? Forward tilt, you know, back air. Like, there's only 3 or 4 moves that Apple Reviewer is relying on this entire set, and Geist doesn't have to worry about the other ones because it doesn't even look like Apple Reviewer knows how to do them yet. That's the second suplex.
Yeah, second
suplex this entire time.
Yeah, but I mean, what usefulness is suplex actually giving you here? Bayonetta is never in this burst range where suplex is an actual mix-up, but I love that F-tilt, and you alluded to it immediately. That is a creative new option that is providing space and providing dividends for Apple Reviewer.
What I'm saying is Apple Reviewer was going for the forward tilt there and should have run up smashed.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I think it was a good spacing tool that he hasn't been utilizing super often, and I think that's what the whole point of what you're talking about is utilizing moves that you don't use as often more often.
That'd be fair.
I know you just want him to kill though.
You all see here though is that Apple Reviewer is playing really scared because he's unfamiliar with the threat range that Bayo is presenting. You see this all the time against people that are playing against really good Bayos. They don't know what Bayo can do. Ultimately, he's just playing scared. And Geist is like, I'm having a heyday, dude. You're just like not doing anything. Look.
I mean, I think
hand off the controller.
Yeah, took a moment, take a breath, reset. We need a little bit more lease on life for this winner's side. But I think it's a little bit naive to assume that the players at this caliber don't understand the threat range that Bayo is presenting. I think it's more about understanding Geist's representation of those threat ranges. That's what Apple Reviewer is having such a tough time adjusting to.
Hey, that might be completely fair for you, though. Want to see a little bit more grounded options going forward. Again, I loved that play, actually. Going to be baiting the empty hop here, but Geist knows you're going to be jumping in front of him now. Does it again, uses the double jump here, neutral here, and Geist just catches it.
Okay, getting back down to the ground. The flashing Mach Punch really needs to come into play when you're struggling to take stocks. It's so difficult, though, to find the burst range where you can shield pressure and make that an effective tool.
There's something that top players do sometimes that we look at and we go, that's kind of an interesting move, and it worked. You run up, roll into them. It completely changes up how the neutral is played because the person's like, obviously you're not expecting it. It's normally a bad move to do, but just completely like contextualizing where the stage control is so strong. Oh, thank God Geist messed that one up. But that is something that people can kind of throw into the neutral. You just gotta switch it up. If you're sitting here empty hopping, jumping, just kind of throw out random moves in neutral, run up and like roll into them. Just do something that kind of throws off your opponent's flow and gives you some more time to just like think. See how they react to something and changing up their stimuli here. Because Geist is really willing to play this as slow as possible.
You cannot wait for your opponent to get to forward throw kill percentage at ledge. We have to do a little bit more fishing for aggressive options, especially at this percentage deficit. And I like the idea, but it's just not finding the ranges.
I did really like the idea too. Apple Reviewer saying, you know what, I'm at a huge deficit. I got to go for something here. And instead of going for like a slower edge guard, goes for everything. I think it's a really good option.
Went ultra deep, and then I think just missed input.
You know why? Apple Reviewer hasn't used that move the whole time. Geist goes, I forgot it was in your kit. That's funny. I thought I had you. But now, we got the conversion. We got the extended combo.
We missed the up tilt. Ugh, difficult. There it is. I love the wait out on the air dodge. You know that that's the only thing that saves Geist.
It's looking really good for Apple Reviewer here. Geist a little bit too slow on it. Forward throw is going to kill. So you just be mindful of that one. Oh my gosh.
Tough.
I loved it from both of them though, right? Apple Reviewer, he wants to secure it. He wants to throw it out there. But again, most things just lose to APK.
Yeah.
They don't even trade, dude.
Tough position, 99% forward throw off stage. Just keep playing the ledge game. There is no reason to play closer.
Was there no SDI there? Or no DI for that forward throw? That went crazy far at 99%.
Like this. I really like this.
Good punish. That's what I want to see, dude. I love that. Now you're recognizing how to punish the ABK properly.
Beautiful bait punish play style. The approaching a shield like you were talking about.
Yes, exactly. You need to. You got to play
Getting
it
at that range where ABK crosses you up far enough for your back air out of shield to actually connect.
Run up and do it. Make Geist have to position better. Don't just give it to him for free. If you caught to a combo here, you're perfectly fine though. Only at 78%. Oh, good avoided, but that could have been very dangerous. I love this too. Recognizing where the ABK is going to be, using your up B to punish it fully. Let's go, Apple Reviewer. I love that one.
Nice bit of adaptation. Apple Reviewer is starting to figure out the differences. The first 2 games looked almost identical to each other, but this one was a big change.
Yeah, that SC did a little bit of number on Geist. We'll see if Geist can actually come back from it. Again, we're running back from Battlefield. Okay.
Okay. I mean, you definitely don't want to go to a more polarizing stage.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
definitely not.
Exactly.
Geist just says, I was fine here for 2 games. You took 1. It's fine. We'll keep going.
Especially when your Mii Brawler opponent is running Flashing Mach Punch, there's always a level of cheese you have to be worried about. So you want to keep as many variables static as possible so that you get to play a little bit more dynamic.
Cheese. This is Mii Brawler. This is the most honest character there is, Kevin. Come on. I like playing slow, though. I love this playing slow, waiting for the punishes here. Apple Reviewer knowing, and that's how you can tell that he's a really good player, right? He can just sit here and adapt in such a strong way and slows down the game, forcing your opponent to have to pick new options. The old stuff in game 1, when it was like, I think a 3-stock doesn't work here. Guys should be able to get that from that, yeah. It's not one down air that can do it, unfortunately, unless you get the like the short
camera
the blast zone. Yeah, unless you get the short one. I don't think that move actually procs it all that often. You have to correct me.
Hurry up, please!
The low battery's coming.
Finish the game. Your batteries are low. I don't know whose it is. Okay, this is a tough spot. Oh, the drift back was gorgeous.
And I like it here too, guys, kind of recognizing that he needs to put more time into punishing Apple Reviewer off stage there, because Apple Reviewer, it also has those 2 hit kills, right? That's a very strong thing for any character to have here, and Geist needs to be playing around it a bit more. You should die to that. Okay, wasn't able to get the back air, tried to go for the extended forward, like the 1-2. It's hard. I mean, these characters are both really hard to play at this sort of level as well. There's so many inputs to be mindful of.
Wow. I can't believe it. The feint jump avoided it and still got caught by the very tip of the ABK. I don't know if I've ever seen the tip of the ABK connect that.
You should die to that one before throw, isn't it? Probably not kill you. Great DI there. I don't know.
Next one should.
I actually don't know how heavy Miya Brawler is. It's probably like a really strange weight.
Yeah, I mean, he's not as light as Fox, but he's not like a middleweight.
I'm surprised you're not going for Witch Time there, but I think with the aggressive play from Apple Reviewer, Geist is going to put that in his head and says, okay, Witch Time on Ledge Time might just catch up. He had an issue previously trying to get a kill conversion off of it because he didn't ledge slip fast enough, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. He's definitely playing it slower himself here, knowing that Apple Reviewer is punishing. We're not just going to be throwing out ABKs in neutral anymore. We can't.
No, it doesn't do anything. Now at this point, you have to be fishing for getting your opponent off stage with a grab or finding a loose back air.
Yeah, Geist is trying to just secure the kill, getting a little bit antsy. It is at 200% max rate. Mii Brawlers, not where you want. You're going to be losing your stock there too. You're at 81, man.
Fishing for that loose back air, got you killed. That's the problem, is that if you can't find, well, I guess sometimes you'll find it.
No. I mean, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that sometimes you just got to fish with your good move, but sometimes it gets you killed, right? So you got to be really careful of when you do it. It'll work sometimes, it doesn't work other times. You just gotta be careful because it is disjointed, right? That back air is very strong, but I love the recognition there from Apple Reviewer just to hear that kill. Oh, love this.
When you're getting hit by suplex, writings are on the wall. That is the first one, and then the second one maybe that's connected this entire set, and I think it speaks to Apple Reviewer making Geist a little bit more afraid. Being able to find a command grab is just that. And oh my God, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we doing here?
I love seeing that. Look at that Adaption City, dude. That is
Smile, you psychopath! That was incredible what you did. You need to be proud of that.
That is somebody who has a full understanding of their character. That is a specialist through and through that knows exactly where you're going to be at, knows exactly how I can hit you. This has a fixed knockback at this specific point, so I can hit you with this move because my hitbox will go right into you. I go, man, that's like watching, whenever you see the first time that a Pac-Man uses a side B that's able to kill confirm at like 70 off of like a trigonometry sequence.
Right.
Brilliant. Phenomenal place for Apple Reviewer.
Apple Reviewer, that was absolutely incredible. I said the writing was on the wall when Suplex hit.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the finished mural.
That's what you see.
Like that was the feint jump to catch your opponent's disadvantage option after you've already read 2 or 3 back-to-back. So you use your defensive move as a kill choice in a top blast zone. Masterful, masterful.
It's finishing the ceiling of the Hedge Sophia, right? Finishing it off there.
Exactly.
Final touches, looks gorgeous. Going into Game 5 here in Battlefield, I think I'm feeling good if I'm Geist seeing Battlefield. Bayo City,
really?
dude.
This is like historically people enjoy the me brawlers enjoy the stage.
No, a lot of people like Battlefield. It really does come down to like how you can play the platforms properly. Right, both of these characters have a lot of extended options. Geist is saying, I think I feel more comfortable getting my platform extensions than you do. After watching the last couple games, I'm not sure how confident I am in that one. I think you just gotta need more space. But there it is. That's the thing. There it is.
There is the emotion. Big nod from Apple Reviewer, feeling so good about a massive advantage, a full stock advantage in Game 5. After how this set started, you can see the momentum shift, the morale shift. It doesn't even matter that you take 84%. You've got so much moxie in the bank.
I love that option here from Apple Reviewer. Just gonna be putting more punishing, and that's fair, right? Down throw fair, you're at like 30% right off of it. Even though Apple Reviewer's been in disadvantage essentially this entire stock, is put Geist at 85.
Okay, the parry, fine. Fine, we take one of those every now and then. Stock traded back. Apple Reviewer still with an 85% advantage. Geist needs to figure out some change of fortune here. We've decided to switch up one of the variables. How do you play around it?
Unfortunately, it's one of those two. Geist needs to just be playing more methodical with aerials, right? Can't just give him for free. I love the spacing that we go for the nairs now. It's now not approaching fault in the nair. It's descending falling nair, right? I'm doing it right here, just barely hitting you. If it hits you, sweet, I might get a conversion off of it. But I don't overall care if I get conversions off of you right now. I just want to be putting you off stage as much as possible because that's where I'm going to be really securing these sets, or these stocks. And I think that's good recognition right now.
Geist slowing it down a little bit until he can find an opening for himself to get back to Sage. Apple Reviewer doing the exact same, playing
just letting him sit there. Just crazy.
Oh
okay. My gosh, good.
Not quite going to take that one.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any more witch times on ledge for Geist. Apple Reviewer just does keep doing aggressive upbeats.
And aggressive back airs. A lot of the double jump from ledge into witch time was paying dividends in Game 3 for Geist before Apple Reviewer found the adaptations. And we just haven't seen much witch time at all. It's so punishable, I understand, but it also is kind of a big kill confirm condition, and at 155%, me brawler should be gone.
Yeah, this is something too that Geist hasn't really been switching up on. With Apple Reviewer playing a lot more grounded in neutral, you gotta throw in more grabs. You gotta just be switching them up. Bayo doesn't get a ton of % off of grabs, but you can get a little bit, right? And it should be important to just kind of go for it. And we see it right here. Apple Reviewer has to be a little bit more mindful of it. He's preparing for a down air. And he might be going to be a little bit too aggressive on ledge too because he's had so much success with it. I can understand. But taking your wins and then playing how you were normally playing before sometimes is also very good.
The pace change from Geist has really turned this around. What was a stock down is now a massive edgeguard opportunity. Yep. And the witch time not quite yet. Okay. You can still snap.
That popper almost killed Geist as well.
There it is, the witch time from ledge.
Geist is so scared, and I understand too.
I don't think there's anything that kills at this percentage. I think
it's down tilt back air. Down tilt back air is exactly what you don't want to hit. It might not kill. It might not kill, but it could. It's me brawling.
I don't think that Geist is panicking. I think that Geist is
DI from before.
No, I think Geist is fishing. I don't think he's panicking. I think he's trying to bait out an aggressive option, knowing that Apple Reviewer can't go further off the ledge. That's why we're looking fishing for these switch times. And unfortunately, Apple Reviewer, for Geist's sake anyways, is playing very, very slow.
Yeah. It's definitely now turned into a problem. I love that Nair just pressing it. You have the option. You know it's faster than what Bayo's going to be able to throw out there, but you're going to be hit by that. That's going to be the stock. That's going to be the stock.
Tight
Up tilt
game
back air.
5.
Up tilt back air.
What fortitude from Geist after what was a massive adaptation from Apple Reviewer. Brought it back together, figured out how to play around it. Like we talked about, slowed down the pace, played more around ledge, played more around Apple Reviewer getting impatient, and it finally worked out. Battlefield does provide a lot better opportunities for circle camping as well, and I think it really started to come to fruition. I would love to see kind of like the timers on each of those games to see what the length of the ones that Apple Reviewer won were versus Geist.
Yes, it was really quick. I think it was relatively similar.
Specifically, the game 5 felt slower. That's the only one I feel like there was a big pace change.
Big difference.
Yeah.
What's kind of interesting, was it more detrimental for Apple Reviewer to take that stock early game 5? Because it's one of those. No. Hear me out. Right?
Okay,
You
I'm
go.
listening.
Yeah, the stock's immediately gone. But there's this level of like getting that confidence, and when you feel like you're so far ahead now, you're like, your mind shift changed from the other games. The other games you have to be scrappy. You have to keep going from. And now you feel like you're holding on to something slipping away from you, and it has such a weird mental state at the end of the day. Because you could see like Apple Reviewer, he was like, if you looked at the player camps, he was very frustrated game 5. You could just see him more and more frustrated himself that we did not see in game 4 where we had that like confidence. And it's because you get that early game, or the early stock late. I'm not saying we shouldn't get free stocks.
No.
It's more about that's kind of interesting where you can see the mental state
Right.
affect the gameplay, because he did play incredibly differently game 5 compared to game 4 in those final moments.
It's easy to acknowledge when the mental state affects the gameplay. You can alter your mental state. It's a lot more difficult when the gameplay is affecting your mental state to do the reverse. So like when you are in a lead, the way that things change for you is a much more difficult to notice. As a player, you're always thinking about how do I make sure my mental is more solid for when I'm at a deficit. And you rarely talk about how do I ensure that my mental is solid so I maintain an advantage. Usually you're talking about your gameplay differences, but you don't think about how that affects the brain.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of interesting. I'd love to see more games from Apple Reviewer. Phenomenal player. Thank you for coming over here from New Jersey, by the way.
Yeah.
A little bit of a travel
All the
here.
way.
But shouts to Geist. I got to hold it down for my Midwest homies.
Oh,
Taking
yeah.
a few dubs on stream. Speaking of which,
That's
our GOAT. It's a Wolfie.
Speaking of invaders versus locals, we got Indiana's former #1 and one of the greatest Sonics in the U.S.
#1 in my heart. Always.
Valid. Wolfie versus, of course, best Wolf in the U.S. in Jackal.
Yeah, I guess so. Man.
I had to be careful with that one. I had to remember.
You know, we're commentating, right? In this specific set, concerning the viewers, we are the voice of God. Anything we say is 100% like objectively correct.
That's true.
If we say Wolfie's the best wolf in the U.S.,
Yeah.
that's 100% right.
Also, who's the authority? I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Tell me I'm wrong. Like,
exactly.
come on.
Statisticians in the comments.
You know where my Twitter ad is. All right, we're going to
Okay.
see some Wolfie. So this is Sonic Wolf.
Yep.
Very interesting to see this matchup. I always bring it up because Wolf, a character who was the cream of the crop early Smash Ultimate, and Sonic, who was the cream of the crop late Smash Ultimate. We haven't seen that many Wolves in comparison at this top level. Jackal, one of the last few ones surviving, consistently bringing this character to bear. I don't know. It's not like the Sonics are a dime a dozen now, but there's a lot of them to play against.
Yeah, we're doing a button check here, getting everybody's hands warm. It's their first set, I believe, of the day.
I would not be surprised if this just was a neutral one. More spin dash.
Like neutral to you guys?
Needs more spin dash.
More spin dash, more lasers.
Yeah. I can't remember. Does spin dash beat laser? I think so.
No. So spin charge will cut through laser after flanking. But spin dash, I don't know. That's.
What level of spin dash can go through laser?
I guarantee you we'll find out.
Level 3, 100% can. I just don't know if level 2 can.
Yeah, and that's going to be part of the game plan, especially if we choose to go to, like, let's say a longer stage, right? If you choose to take Sonic to PS2, we're back to this whole conversation we had when we're talking about Snake versus anybody. Whoever gets the lead has kind of a massive advantage. If Sonic has to approach Wolf on a long stage like PS2, laser's going to prove pretty advantageous because the end lag of laser isn't going to be as punishable when Sonic's across the stage. However, That double-edged sword, of course, cuts both ways, and Sonic loves PS2. I cannot imagine we're going to a longer stage if Jackal has anything to say about it.
Probably. That's probably true. I'll give it up. I'll give it up.
Let me put it this way. If we go to PS2, I think everybody's going to be sad. I don't think anybody's going to be happy.
What's happy? Wolfie will be. Wolfie will be very happy, my friend.
Sonics will be happy, in general.
Dude, Wolfie will be sitting there. He's got his shit-eating grin, man. He's like, I'm ready, dude.
I mean, Wolves in general like the stage too. I get why it's like the first pick you go to. It makes a lot of sense specifically for these two characters, not for everybody. Everybody at home, if you're playing friendlies and you want to go to a neutral stage, go to a small battlefield, you weirdos. Do not go to PS2. But for these two, it makes sense. For these two, it tracks. Both of these characters have a lot of reasons why this stage is good for them, but despite what PS2 is usually heralded for, which is providing a lot of space to reset neutral, in this game, it's about holding advantages.
Hey, you can't run in dash attack against him there, Wolf. You gotta be a little bit careful. Jackal goes, please dash attack against me. It's exactly what I need.
Jackal's got a 40% advantage.
I know. Game's over. Game might as well be done. Shake my hand.
But that's the thing about PS2. This is what I'm talking about. And look at all the space Jackal has to jump backwards to punish spin dash. So you're right. I think that, yes, Wolfie might be happy about the stage, but Jackal just as happy with a percentage lead specifically.
He does. Who's not, you know? Raise of hands. Who's not happy with a percentage lead?
I really appreciate that you're, like, talking less and slower because you know how long this game is.
We're going to be here for a while.
We're a minute in. Jackal's taking 10%.
18 now.
Oh my god.
You know, these are sort of sets where you just kind of have to vibe. We could talk about the nuances of this set. It is laser, mostly. It's Nair and laser. You kind of see previously, we did a little bit of spin dash there, that if you time Nair correctly, you can kick him out of it. It doesn't even go for the cling.
Yeah.
It's like, that's good. Not a lot of characters can handle Sonic in that way, but, oh, good timing there.
Yeah.
This is where Jackal, or Wolf, but Jackal specifically, excels. Able to use the timing of Wolf like as an extension of his being. Right, knows exactly when he needs to go for that forward tilt there just to secure the kill there.
Yeah, that high percentage ledge hang, you only have so much vulnerability when you haven't been hanging off stage. That's such good game knowledge.
He's going to be trying to punish jumping, but I love how Jackal is choosing to use the air. Staying grounded as much as possible in this matchup is actually pretty good unless you're being approached, and then your Nair is probably stronger than what he has to present here. And it's just kind of creating this impenetrable wall here for Wolf to try to get through, which is funny. Normally it's the opposite.
Yep.
Oh, just falling out of that. Up air, bad move, so.
Here's this laser coming to such good effect. I'm really curious to see if they choose to run it back to PS2. Like, if this changes with a Wolfie advantage. Because the only reason that Wolfie can't approach is because he can't leave, which is a weird thing to say.
I think Wolf has to jump to get hit by that back air. I don't think Wolf gets hit by that short hop back air grounded. I think he's kind of short. That's kind of funny. This is the nuances of the matchup, right?
Barely.
Yeah, nuance. The small percentages. I even like there earlier in the first talk when Wolfie went for the up air, realized it wasn't going to actually hit, made a spring, jumped, fast fell onto the spring to set up for a potential another up air landing. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You have to do things like that, especially at this level, just because, like, you need to do anything that can throw your opponents off. Just pressing the same moves that everybody uses isn't going to be doing it. You gotta be careful with that regular get up, though. That forward tilt is dropping a lot. He did it again, dude.
Wow.
That's the third regular get up in a row.
Drop shield is actually what killed him there. If you held it a little bit longer, you might have gotten a nice punish, maybe a back throw of Wolf off stage. Another part of the win condition of this matchup is getting Wolf off stage. And now, the more that I'm talking about this, the more I'm feeling like this isn't a good stage pick for Sonic. There is less opportunity for you to toss Wolf off stage if you win an interaction, depending on where you're at on the stage, versus something like small battlefield, or maybe even Smashville, where you can toss your opponent off stage the second that you get a grab. And that could be a big win condition in this matchup that Wolfie's not able to exploit yet.
I think that's reasonable. He goes underneath the laser, looks like. That's funny.
Yeah, good note.
Good to note. I guess laser might not do it. Yeah, we can't be doing that there. That's the scrub jump. That's exactly the spot, dude.
I'm
telling you. No. You always use your double jump in that specific spot. If you watch enough games, it's that specific spot where you spend your double jump.
I understand.
You gotta be careful.
I understand.
You don't like the nomenclature. I understand.
I don't like using the words scrub and Wolfie in the same sentence, you know?
Scrub and Wolfie?
You know?
Oh, that's funny. I could do it. I love Wolfie. He'll yell at me afterwards. Nah, he's for all that I love, I talk about Wolfie for, he really is a methodical player. It does take a certain player to play Sonic at a high level. It's not something anybody can just pick up and play. It doesn't fit everyone's play style. And he's someone who's switched around from CSS to this, right? He was previously a really good CSS mate, but found so much of his heights from playing Sonic specifically just because it just suits better and it works better in this match, let's be honest. Or it works better in this meta. Like, CSS just does not fit as well in this meta anymore. Sorry, CSS mates.
We are heading to small battlefield though, and I'm really happy I get to learn in this matchup because I started off saying if Wolfie has his way, he's going to stick on PS2, and I was just wrong because there are so many more win conditions in this matchup that you open up by going to a smaller stage that Wolf doesn't get. Wolf just has the same win conditions no matter which stage he's on.
We go back to the last set though when we were talking about Battlefield between Mayo and me Brawler. Both of them do like the stage. It just kind of comes down to how each player is able to utilize that effectively in that specific set. Sometimes a player can have better time on Battlefield with the tools that they have accessible to than otherwise. You converted off of that?
That's insane.
Jackal!
That's crazy.
Ah! That's insane, dude. I love that.
Yeah, air dodge a little bit too low. Wolfie is going to go down for that one. Jackal, once again with a lead, means that Wolfie gets to approach. That's why we pick small battlefield. You need to be able to come back from a deficit. You don't need to be able to hold a lead at the moment. And you open yourself up to a lot more availability for cheese kills. God, if you can find feet.
Yeah, you got to look somewhere, dude. He's breaking your ankles. Got to be careful. Love that one. Is good so far. Winning a couple of advantages, though. Just have to be careful of off stage because that side B weirdly wins out sometimes. I don't think it clanks all that often. It's just slow to come out.
But this is what we're talking about. That down tilt potentially doesn't send off stage on PS2. Oh my god. But even with all these opportunities that Wolfie has had, all these edge guarding opportunities, it still takes time to know what your opponent is going to do and condition.
Actually, you know something that's not happening right now? Wolfie's not, he's conditioning the shield, but not actually punishing him for shielding. Wolfie, look, he sees his shield every single time, but doesn't go for a grab. He keeps trying to hit him on his shield and gets punished every time. Because if Jackal is able to continuously hit you with up smashes as a punish, like, yeah. we gotta be grabbing, dude. You gotta just punish him for doing that. He can't keep getting this for free. You have to focus on it too. This is the problem where we see why Wolves have kind of fallen off as the top tier, is because his neutral is a little bit too honest that he has to rely on shield, and some people just super punish heavy shield.
Oh, so action, Jackal dancing around right now. No worry to his name. Plenty of time, plenty of space, and Wolfie has to find something. And I love that Jackal's playing on the platforms. It makes it a million times more difficult for Wolfie to send Jackal off stage or to start like a high percentage combo. The longer that you're playing on those platforms, the most Wolfie can find is a stray aerial. The second you hit the ground, 40% combo.
Yeah. It's definitely hard to fight him, but we even see, like, with this lead, Jackal is not able to find spots that it's successfully able to use laser. The one time he does, he just gets punished here. I think Wolfie is spacing himself a lot more aggressively, too, to just prevent that neutral option from Jackal. Love to see it.
Jockey for stage, finds the air-to-air.
Wolfie off stage. That's like, that was a crazy push.
Wow.
It's the lead up, but it takes so long for that move to come out. You can actually just react to it.
A tenth of a second later, and yeah, it was not going to happen.
It's still not a good situation, though. Forward tilt's going to be killing you here. Looking for it. Needs a little bit more percent for Nair to kill in those offstage situations. But this is exactly what Jackal's looking for, and it's the second kill this game for up smash. Wolfie getting up, regular get up, I think like 7, 8 times in a row.
I mean, we need to see more like ledge jumps, but not ledge jump in, right? Because that'll still get caught by the up smash. We need to see more ledge jumps in place. Punish the up smash with like a falling nair, or like maybe even a tomahawk grab if you don't think that you can punish it in time. Like, there's plenty of options, I think, that you just have to explore off of ledge that could potentially be reversals with how aggressive Jackal is playing at the corner.
Double jump up B, use the spring as some sort of protection. You know, not
if you just want to get back to center.
Just anything.
That's if you don't want to punish.
Right. just like, I think just the regular get-ups, Jackal just acknowledges that and is just going to get a free kill every single time. That's the first forward smash we've seen from Wolfie that's connected this entire time. Love to see it using his disjointed hitboxes to keep Jackal on ledge. Jackal did find center, though.
Yep, that's center here. He's
scared. He's not ready to punish.
Yeah.
He didn't think Jackal would mess up.
A little bit of a scramble.
That's the thing, too. When you are in somebody's head, they're not expecting you to mess up. They're just like, oh, man, this guy's playing perfect. I'm assuming he is going to play perfect. You're not ready to make those punishes.
No ledge trump. Very quick reaction time. Wolfie finding a little bit more groundedness here.
That's shield again. That shield is shielding every single time. If they're neutral now, he's going to go for a second back air. That's something Sonic does too, just goes for a couple back airs. The first one didn't hit, let me try it again. Sometimes it works. Yeah, I love that. I love that using the spring when you're at disadvantage there. That should kill. Yeah, the forward air is going to be doing it. That's one of the dirtiest kill confirms I think that Sonic has. Because you go from center stage to the blast zone real quick.
Yeah.
Like, you can SDI a little bit.
Right.
It's just like, it's not Bayo levels, dude. You can't just get out of that for free.
Shield's getting real low. Going all the way back to the corner. Wolfie feeling a little bit more comfortable not having a big deficit at the moment. I love Jackal's play around the stage, chasing Wolfie down, but not too aggressively so, only fighting with safe options.
Yeah, you can see it's his shield again, and yeah, I don't know, Wolfie just not able to get off stage. It looks like that Jackal just has way better off stage play right now than Wolfie is.
Wolfie seems to be way too afraid of getting two-framed at the moment. Like, recovering high with spring jump right there seems like a little bit gratuitous.
Yeah, he is just scared. Just a little bit scared. It just can kind of show in your play. Look at that, even going for these options because he knows he's in his head, dude. He can just throw that out and not get punished for just a random side B neutral. Up throw, fair.
It's tough. Wolfie's trying to find something, but like feeling like you need to get to the ground and reset your mental is not the way that you came back into this. I think you have to fish for a reversal.
It does go for the roll, but you can even see that the down smash was just queued up. Oh, that platform's just going to wreck his
That's so tough. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Find an air-to-air and a fall, and then that's the reversal we're literally speaking of. But unfortunately, Jackal knows exactly how to do the same thing. 3-0's Wolfie on the back air platform. Beautiful, beautiful set. But unfortunately, our Indiana representative is going to fall on the winner's side.
Hey, it's only top 32 losers, right? You still got more to play here. I gotta see who he's gonna be playing into.
Oh, I would love to see
the
that.
Unfortunate thing is there's so many team kills in
Oh
top
my
32.
God.
Where's he gonna be going? I'll check it here.
Yeah, let's see what the rest of this bracket looks like. But I also want to make sure that we can keep the lights on as we keep moving on. So
all right, for sure.
let's read off some ads. I've got some events I want to talk about. I got some schools I want to talk about.
Let's
see
do
what
it.
we got. First up, let's talk about Cavalier Clash, colloquially known as Cav Clash. Last year, for the first time, hit its major status. This year, for the first time, super major, happening in Charlottesville, Virginia, of all places. There's going to be some incredible players there. You can see them on the top of the screen. Akala, Miya, Hurt, all of the wonderful Japanese players that love to come through and make their runs with, of course, a lot of homegrown talent. Jazo, Wrath, Zomba, Toon, Glutny, all the way from France as well. Tweak is going to be there. We love to see it.
We love the New Jersey boys coming out. And look at that, with $1,000 pod bonus. If you want to come out and support, whether it's from your college or just come out to your local scene, please use code Afterburner at checkout for 5% off your tournament entry. Also showing us is Odyssey Esports. If you are in the area and looking for a school to join for their esports program, please take a look at Indiana Wesleyan University. They're looking for many talented recruits. If you're joining Smash Brothers, which I'm assuming many people watching this stream are, Rocket League or Valorant, they would love to have you.
We got Midwest Battleground and its second iteration. Technically third in terms of what the event has been doing with the event runners, but the second time it's been called Midwest Battleground in my backyard, actually, out in Illinois, just outside of Chicago. It's the biggest collegiate event Illinois has ever seen. You can use code MWBAB26 for $10 off until January 20th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, which is approaching quickly, you guys. There is NASB, there is Rivals 1 and 2, there's Smash Ultimate 2XKO. It's by the DuPage Sports Commission, DuPage County, putting up a lot of their own to make this event happen. I know I'll be there, and if you want to be there too, you can go to start.gg/Midwest Battleground.
Shout out to Team YLNI for supporting us as well. There's going to be an event here January 31st at Indiana Tech over in Fort Wayne. This is actually where we are. We're just in Auburn right now. Yeah, Odyssey Esports, they're teaming up with Team YLNI to bring you the next regional in Fort Wayne. This all-day event will feature an ultimate singles bracket alongside free play setups, board games, and local vendors. The event will be hosted at the Sydney Academic Flex Center on Indiana Tech's campus, so please make sure to come out. It'll also act as a fundraiser. Look at that, fundraiser for the organization, and we're going to be developing and retaining young talent here in Northeast Indiana since 2005. Tournament entry $20, as we love to see that. Nice, good entry fees. We're going to have Loafer and Ben T. Those are awesome. I love seeing Loafer. I was just TOing for them both. Spectator passes purchase for $5. So don't miss out. Sign up at start.gg/YLNI.
January 31st. We've got Far Flash. Far Flash. Nobody knows your community like your community. It's the official social media provider of Afterburner for the second year in a row. You can catch their coverage of the event on the official Odyssey Esports Twitter at Odyssey Esports IN. Farflash powers social media and partnerships for some of the biggest fighting game events out there. And you can learn more about their work at farflash.com.
Super Fusion, it's finally here, guys. The Collision team is back March 21st and 22nd. They're taking on one of the largest long-standing weekly events in the community and turning it all the way up. Introducing Super Fusion, the Fusion Super Major. Super Fusion is a full-scale, multi-day super regional event featuring Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Rivals of Aether 2, and the long-awaited return of some Super Smash Bros. Melee. We all love our Melee community. Expect heavy competition, stacked brackets, Fusion's iconic redemption bracket, and plenty of the brand new moments you won't want to miss. Spots are limited though, and every event has a cap, so don't wait. You will be at the Fusion Super Major. Register for Super Fusion now at start.gg/superfusion.
We've got the Normies as well. TheNormies.com. Excuse me, sorry. I'm just looking at all of these faces here. They're beautiful. It's wonderful. Just want to say that they post daily videos on YouTube, bringing laughs, tears, and sometimes insightful commentary while watching your favorite TV, movies, cartoons, anime, drama, comedy, even wrestling. The Normies react to it all. Check them on YouTube, Twitch, or find us on your favorite social media site, thenormies.com. Oh, God.
Oh, we haven't plugged our merch yet? Oh, my God. Look at this. This event is fire, dressed accordingly. We were actually just talking about it. I was in the coffee shop with Sai, and he was mentioning that all the Smashers are starting to, like, dress nice, which is perfect. We got to get away from, like, wearing our sweats and our PJs to the events here. And what better way to do that than buying some Odyssey Esports merch, please, at odysseyesports.shop if you guys are looking for it. Oh, we got some merch right here.
Let's show it off. Let's show off some of this beautiful stuff. Look at this. Actually. They always have great logos and theming for their stuff.
Solid.
It's amazing. Look at the back of this, too.
Hey, gorgeous. You know what? Shout out to Scrub, dude. Scrub
what is this?
It's a blanket. Feel it.
My
it's
God.
Soft. It's good.
Wow.
Fire.
That is so that's a good one.
It's lit, Kevin. Can't you see?
Stop.
It's lit.
I can't.
I'm going to get you saying gamer lingo.
I feel like you're older than me, man.
One of these days, I'll get you saying gamer lingo. God, my hair's so messed up. Why don't you guys tell me it was messed up? Jesus.
You can cover that up with an Afterburner hat.
Oh, Afterburner hat. Perfect. Hopefully, I got to go bug him to see if we find any. I'm looking right now. Wolfie's got dice to play at losers.
I think that's fine.
Painful. No, we hate the team kills.
Oh, yeah, that is tough. That is
dude,
tough.
Dr. Kerb beat Isaiah, by the way.
Yeah.
Going on. Shout out to Dr. Kerb.
Dr. Kerb specifically said before I hopped on this block, I would not be able to commentate because if I lose to Pac-Man, there's going to be a problem.
No, 100%. 100%. We're playing Falco. And by the way, first round of top 32 loser side, Dice, Dr. Kerb, and Nexus. Triple Falcos? What region are we in, dude?
I mean, in the Midwest. What year is this? Region of the Falcos.
Man, I remember we were just talking about Paradigm Shift, like, way back when. That top 8 had, like, 2 Snakes, 2 Younglings, 2 Pac-Man, 2, no, it was 2 Duck Hunts. Because Wisdom was playing really well, and it was a Michigan Duck Hunt. He was really good. I forgot his name. We used to be the place where there was just tons of zoners all the time, and I don't know, it's weird. It's weird how the meta has shifted a bit. I love to see it. Are we doing another match, by the way?
No, that was the end of our block. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was curious to see what the rest of the bracket looks like. You guys can check it out, of course. You know where the Start GG is.
Let me click this.
We're going to have a lot of great stuff still coming up on side stream, too. Mainstream as well. Make sure that you pull up Collision Series TV if you don't already have them side by side. We've already had a lot of amazing matches happen on both stages. We've been hearing a lot of venue raucousness because of how crazy these sets have been. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, Louis Money beat Cola.
Louis Money beat Cola in a Game 5 heater.
I know, it's good.
Playing
We
up
love
against
that.
Miya right now on mainstream, actually.
And Geist and Peepn. We're missing a Geist Peepn set.
Oh,
that's so
man.
fair. I'll have to watch that one. Loser side, Andric just got knocked out by Cola.
Yeah.
Iiken still again did beat Fair. There was Eclipse was also
Eclipse
here. I didn't even see Eclipse was here.
had a crazy losers run to make top 32 at a major. Went Game 5 with Pharaoh. Iiken thankfully said Chicago is defending and took Pharaoh back out.
Shoutouts to Eclipse, honestly. Dude. It would have been sad to have Eclipse in Iiken, though, so that's probably good.
Beautiful sets.
It's
Make sure that
beautiful.
you continue watching Odyssey Esports IN and Collision Series TV. You got both pulled up, but I think that's going to be it for me. I've been Kevin with a K, and of course,
I've been Booker, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. I always love casting with you.
me too, man. You're always a pleasure. Thank you guys so much. Continue keeping the tab pulled up, of course. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in like 2 minutes with new casters.
Start battle. Rob.
Welcome back, everybody, to Afterburner 2026 Top 16. I'm Excelsior. I'm joined with AG. How you doing, my man?
Phenomenal. I am so excited for this bracket. Even the pool sets are crazy. The quad stream has been more well attended at this event than I've ever seen.
I'm not a big quad stream fan. I'm just not, right?
Yeah.
But quad stream has been packed all weekend. It's been crazy on quad stream. But we've had quite a lot of competitors here, but we've only got 16 left. And only one of them can make it all the way to the top. So we're going to just immediately hop into it with AK ApolloKage versus Zomba here at Afterburner. Let's see how. Let's kick it off with a pretty hot set already to start with.
Like you said, there's 16 competitors. I'm already tired of some of them, so thankfully they will be leaving very shortly. Unfortunately, ApolloKage slated to be the one who's knocked off of the winner's bracket in this one. But ApolloKage also had some crazy practice. This was like the Rob bracket for AK, right? BigBoss into Zomba.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I think AK really approaches this as a character-based problem. Like, how do I fight the Rob issue? And AK also a student of the game, a student of life.
Yes.
Hopefully implementing a lot of that strategy here, but Zomba just such a pillar of the community, always seated high, making it so deep in the bracket.
He's so explosive, right? He brings that kind of like crackhead energy that a lot of players, those are like always the favorite players to watch, right? The ones where it's like, who even thinks of an option in this situation right here? So it's really it's a battle of kind of the wits versus the instincts, as Zomba immediately just goes all the way up there and says, I do not care about frame one nades. I'm immediately ripping an up air to secure stock number 1 for this game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's actually so smart because C4 is usually the option there, which got punished. We saw the C4 tumble down as AK went off into the blast zone. Normally you think it's so safe, but Zomba's got that little piece of tech with the reverse up special from Rob to like really jump up there after him.
Oh yeah, just gaining so much distance. And I mean, Zomba does not care about any of this at all. You know, when it comes to playing Snake, it's all about that damage over time. And Zomba said you can tack on as much damage as you want, because if you're not taking the stock, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, and like we saw AK come down from the Angel platform. I blinked and already he got like 50-60% on him.
That was like 15 seconds.
Right. If I'm AK, I'm hiding. I do not like what's going on in the center stage. I don't like what's going on above the ledge or around this gyro. It's all bad for AK.
This is one of those games where it's like, yo, low-key, maybe we just go next. Maybe this is a game that we just take the mental reset, we take the kind of the mental boon, and we are able to get, I can't tell if that was a sticky or a nade, one of the two, but an explosion does save ApolloKage for another couple seconds here, but unfortunately for him, it does look like it's quite the hill to climb here, right? Sure. This is Sisyphus with the boulder on his way up as he's trying to take down Zomba, who does not care. There's that forward air, and that's the game.
Sisyphus pushing up the boulder, but then also a giant robot giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
He's got a hard enough time getting back to the ledge. You know, AK is pulling out all these tricks, but Zomba's just so ready to chase them. Like, not normally what we see. Like, Zomba sometimes, previously, would like to wait and punish the landing with up smash or just up tilt up air. But this time, Zomba's, like, meeting AK way up in the corner, way up in the blast zone, and just, like, firing away.
He's like, I'm going to meet you where you're at, actually. Yeah. I'm gonna go all the way out there. I'm going to find a way in, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No. Just stop holding on to that little frisbee, you know?
ApolloKage is going to have to find a way to change the pace of the game in this game number 2, because that was the Zomba show. Zomba was entirely in charge of tempo there. He was the conductor for that seat, for that piece. So we'll see what he's able to do here as Zomba is tacking on a quick 50%. Another nair for your troubles, but AK able to sneak in a back air, alleviate some of that pressure on himself there, but Zomba is still kind of a shark in the water. It doesn't matter to him.
Yeah, definitely. We got C4 down on the right platform, which AK looks to be trying to set something up for, but Zomba not letting it go. The pressure is immense, and AK is feeling it.
Yeah, what a bear just in the dead set of night. Zomba ripping that back air, that patented back air into ApolloKage, and ApolloKage is just really having a hard time staying on his feet here.
Yeah, even when you have that normal Snake approach of, reverse pull nade, Laser is so good at just kind of forcing the issue, either keeping Snake in shield or just blowing up the grenade too. Little room to breathe here for AK, but you're going to need to make something happen, take the stock soon.
Yeah. I do like what AK is doing here with... I was going to say I like the running up to ledge with nade in hand and pressing shield, since Zomba likes to swing so aggressively off the ledge there, but it's not going to matter if you
overextend just a little bit, Zomba is going to find a way in, and we're able to take a stock with that Nikita and the laser trade. But unfortunately for you, it might be, again, just a little too late because Zomba just does not care about any of that.
Yeah, it's so tough, too. And the dynamic shifts so drastically. If AK gets the lead early, which we haven't seen yet, or if Zomba gets the lead, really Zomba has just been in command, as he said, and AK hasn't been able to, take these trades and like trying to find chip damage. He's just been swinging for the fences and hoping to find some way out of this terrible spot that he keeps finding himself in.
I love throwing the nade at him as he's coming back like it's going to do something.
Yeah,
it's like, take it. I don't want it anymore.
Fine, man. All right, down air into a little extra damage in the grenade, too, and up tilt does it with a little platform assist.
Okay, hold on. We're able to find an up tilt there. A little bit of rage on deck as well. Nearly max rage. We might be able to get some more damage out. These projectiles are flying. There is the Nair as well to find a little bit of something. We find more damage, though. Shielding the back air. Good stuff coming out from ApolloKage as he's able to attack on a quick 80% on Zomba, almost entirely unanswered.
Honestly, yeah, it was a really good response here. Zomba trying to throw the gyro. Not able to pull it out quite yet. Still on cooldown. And it feels dead even right now. There's an up tilt, which is exactly what I was going to set up, but AK didn't give me any time. Just let it rip, which, picking a note out of Zomba's book. No more thinking, just action. And some action we are getting going into game 3 here is it's all tied up right now.
Yeah, ApolloKage just really taking control of the baton there, right? It's like, no, it's my turn to dictate. I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to slow things down. I'm going to, bring this tempo that you've increased. I'm going to slow it down. Bring it to a crawl here as we continue on forward in this game, and just really, really solid set play in that last couple.
Certainly, yeah. There's something so fascinating about the actual lead as it is on paper, and like the mental lead. Like AK was at a huge deficit, but Zomba came down and almost tried to force it too much, and AK was able to take advantage despite being at a loss for most of that game. Felt so firmly in control in the last 30 seconds when it mattered the most.
Yeah. Ooh, good tech coming out from ApolloKage there off of that reverse gyro, by the way. Fantastic parry, but it's not too much for yourself. Able to even up percentages just a little bit. There is that nade to stop you from, getting that up air knockback that is so deadly.
Yeah. It's very tough, though. Rob does like to hit that up air at an angle that doesn't really interact with nade at all. So normally it's your get out of jail free card, but hold on here. A little tech chase. Good option from Zomba, though.
Yeah, immediate get up attack, right? It's like I'm not getting up tilted, I'm not getting down smashed here. I'm fighting my way out. Such a staple of the player here, able to find a little bit of something there. And ApolloKage and Zomba are having a hard time, but that 1, 2, 3 gentlemen taking the stock for this game number 3 here. Amazing play coming out from ApolloKage.
Definitely an interesting combo, one that Zomba did not like. Immediately set up in the player cam saying, I should not have gotten hit with that. Just
come on.
Yeah, not me. It could not have been me, but already 55%. This is exactly what I was saying. We didn't get to see previously. AK with that little bit of a lead is so different. Now Zomba already taking 81 incidentally on this stop.
Yeah, and I also love in that up at the top there, right? ApolloKage, immediately, he's gotten hit by back air multiple times in the set already in that position. So instead of trying to fast fall down or trying to get away, he goes up. He's like, I'm going to take the high road here. I'm going to find a way out. The Zomba is able to get that up smash immediately on that dash attack. A little bit of overzealousness coming up from ApolloKage, but hey, it doesn't matter because we're keeping the percentage lead as much as we can.
Yeah, it is getting smaller and smaller, though, as it goes on here. Now Zomba looking at that up tilt percent. Once you get that 3rd digit, you got to start sweating a little bit. The grenade, though, breaking it up, which is exactly what AK wants. Slow it down a little bit. If Zomba gets a little too ambitious or a little too aggressive, it has not usually been working out for the Snake player here, but nice little roll in.
Able to find a little bit of something. We're letting go of that C4. It's just barely not close enough, but it doesn't matter. We're able to find a trade in our favor, throwing the gyro up and our own nades as well. Really good. Oh my gosh, what a conversion with the nade into the gyro as well. ApolloKage is just making it so hard for Zomba to actually land.
I am hearing circus music in my head right now. Everyone is joining the party, but of all things, the dash attack to try and pick up the gyro is what gets punished. Zomba has to watch out for basically any straight hit. Of course, grab will seal the stock as well. And down air won't do it if you don't get that hit.
Ooh, just barely falling out of that very last hit. Multi-hits in this game, so inconsistent. But that back air, not enough. But we're sending the Nikita all the way out there. Got a nade on the ledge. Got another one, but Zomba firing immediately. It's like, no. I'm faster. I'm going to go ahead and guess before you even press a button.
Exactly. Do not give AK any time to set up. That's pretty much the only time we've seen AK build any momentum. Finally, though, we get a little more room to breathe here, but already on the back foot, Zomba comes swinging off of the Angel platform. Oh my. So many back airs, man.
AK is doing his absolute best to stay alive. There is another one where, the C4 was on the platform. Unfortunately for AK, unable to make it back. Just not enough juice to make it back to that corner.
Yeah, still, though, high in spirits, though still going off the bottom blast zone. Moving into the next game, plenty to think about and some small adjustments to make, but really great adjustments from that first game. Like you said, it was the Zomba show. I didn't have much to say about AK except for he was getting beat up.
Yeah.
But second game, very different, and that third game could have went either way, surely. So I'm excited to see how it goes here in Game 4 on small battlefield. So we get right into it. No breaks.
Yeah, no breaks on this train as we keep it moving. Already we're seeing a little bit something a little different, right? A little bit more passiveness coming out from the two of them. A lot of throwing out aerials just to find something. But Zomba's the first one to find an opening in the armor here, but AK firing back immediately with a quick 54.
Yeah, that Nair is just surprisingly big damage, and it also just puts you in such a good spot. Like it takes so long to go through that the grenades all around get to cook a little extra. Just some little snake bonuses that you get to appreciate.
Oh yeah. And I also love the way that AK like throws nades, right? Like you see a lot of the snakes, they kind of drop them where they are, just kind of like lob them up a little bit. But AK is just like, no, I'm gonna throw them at you.
Yeah,
you're getting hit by this nade. I don't care if the explosion hits you or not.
Yeah, sometimes it's like an ornate rat trap, and sometimes it's a hot potato. Like that exact mix-up is why they're so successful so often.
Yeah. Ooh, just barely unable to find anything, and that parry isn't enough because ApolloKage is going to fire another up tilt on you and is able to find that stock. Ooh, what a drag down to very barely peek through that that spot dodge.
Yeah, we're finding new hits of up air for Rob we never thought possible. We got the combo one apparently too, but it was the edge guard that did it, and very dangerous game right now. Good route from AK. Can you make it back though? Barely. Does still get punished. Good stuff though.
What an air dodge. What an air dodge coming out from ApolloKage there. And another one at that, able to find a little bit of something. Ooh, really, really good quick pull on the C4 to stop Zomba from snarking him down, or from chasing him down there, excuse me. But he's just, ApolloKage is having a hard time finding his way out of this corner. 140%, he can't really get his hands on Zomba.
Yeah, this throw is not going to be slow enough that the grenades will interrupt. Has to find a way down. I like that fast fall air dodge, really good mix-up. And the grenade helps that time. Air dodge was off the table. Had to go for something crazy, but that time that dodge gets punished with the down smash. Zomba loves letting that rip in those close quarters combat situations, and you can see why it's so effective.
Oh yeah, so really, really good stuff coming up from Jones there. Able to toss a couple more of these nades here, and they're doing a good job of keeping Zomba away from ApolloKage, which is really important, right? We don't want to give him any extra credit, especially Rob. Extra credit, Rob can be deadly.
All right, this is a good spot for AK percentage-wise. Now the throws are something that Zomba has to worry about too, so if you can try and maybe punish a Rob landing, which sounds like a tall order, you can get a big punish, but that should do it. Down, throw, up, till only 63 right now, which is a good percent for AK too, because you can get a couple more trades in to bring it a little more even, but that does involve getting around some more of these gyros and big down airs that Zomba's threatening on the ledge here.
Yeah, but I mean, if anybody can do it, it is ApolloKage, right? We've seen him a couple of times get out of these crazy conversions and like strong options that Zomba's just throwing out at all times to try and, mix him up a little bit. But we're able to get a little bit of that nade action, but unfortunately we are going to get grabbed. Zomba ready for the mash, immediately just jumping away. It's like, I'm going to find something. I'm going to find an option here. And there's that back air in the blast zone. AK not even on screen. Zomba sending him straight to that losing bracket.
Did not even wait for the camera to switch over. I feel like the fist bump was out, like still in the freeze frame.
Yeah.
And you could tell Zomba was excited to get that one over with. It got a little dicey in some of those games, but still looking confident as the set goes on. Going to be moving on the winner's side as AK gets some notes as we see the other little side stream action going on as well. Go ahead and open up a new tab. Check that one out.
Oh, yeah. Always keep every tab open, every stream open on that computer of yours. I know you have a lot of tabs open.
Oh, yeah. What's one more,
What's one more?
Hey, you might even got 2 monitors or another TV in the other room,
My favorite is when I have multiple tabs open and then my CPU starts lagging.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite. They're all, and I'm also trying to stream it to a Discord, and it's like, somebody else has got to stream this, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
somebody else has got to start taking something.
All right, so I did say right before we got on, I should check the stream queue, and we had Peepn and Geist on deck for the side stream, which I'm very excited for. I'm a big Peepn enjoyer. I also love watching Geist play. I'm a Bayo apologist in my spare time. So
In your spare time?
yeah, well, yeah, it's like I wouldn't say it takes up a lot of my time, but I do love the character. So this is a very weird match. I think this is like, you know, what I love about Smash Brothers. Just Mega Man versus Bayonetta is not something I could have ever imagined when Smash like 64 came out. So
Right. Yeah. What a weird. It truly is like the pinnacle of what this game has become.
Right,
Right.
right.
It's like we've got Bayonetta and Mega Man duking it out here, and it could go either way.
yeah, yeah, and they're actually two of the characters I would put pretty high on the list of like. I always like feel very nervous saying this, but like well designed insofar as they feel very true to their game. Like,
Yes.
I always say Olimar is well designed, and people yell at me. I'm like, no, he feels like you're playing Pikmin.
He does.
Mega
He
Man
does.
feels like you're playing Mega Man. One of my favorite Mega Man players, Peepn, was like, I don't even like Smash Brothers. I just like Mega
I
Man,
just like Mega Man.
and it feels like I'm playing a Mega Man game. But
And I think I would argue that a lot of characters in this game are actually in that department very well designed, even if they're not the
Not-
best
they're
or
not
a little
well-designed.
too good.
yeah, not well designed for like a platform fighter.
Yeah, but you know, the one that comes to mind in my head is the Belmonts.
Oh,
They
yeah,
feel
yeah.
exactly like playing a Castlevania game. Now that
Exactly.
is on the receiving end not as fun,
No.
and also they're not great.
I would hate to be a zombie in Castlevania. Bro.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds miserable.
It's like I get it now.
Yeah.
I understand why Dracula wants them.
yeah,
back.
oh, yeah.
I understand now.
Dude, if I woke up after 100 years and they're still at it, I got a problem.
The same family.
yeah, give it a break. Come on, I'm just trying to live my life. But we have the players getting queued up. There is Geist on the left as Peepn drops down the big ol' satchel of goodies. Peepn always well prepared. That's a character trait I would very
yeah.
easily apply. to
Very,
Peepn.
very well prepared at all times. Sorry, I got to bring this up because
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday, and I can't get it out of my head. Peeb and Louis Money were playing doubles together yesterday, and I can't get it out of my head. Peeb looks like Louis Money, but just like smaller.
Dude, okay. I'm glad you said this because I said to the people I was sitting with, we should switch them so that Peeb is closer to the camera, so perspective-wise they look the same.
The same.
And I looked over to Calavera and I said, you might hurt me for this, but they kind of look like twins.
Just a little.
They kind of look like twins.
Just a little.
They kind of like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's the glasses, maybe it's the haircut, but I get your point. And I'm glad you brought it up. 'Cause I was getting flack for it yesterday.
No, they do look very, very similar.
Maybe it's like couples. Maybe they've been playing doubles for long enough. They start to like kind of
Yeah, they start
look
to
like each other a little bit.
exactly.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, come to my barber actually. Hold on. But it was a great run from them. I do love watching them play doubles together.
Oh, yeah.
Like Louis is like just
So good at doubles.
phenomenal doubles.
What a good doubles partner.
Yeah, and Mega Man too. Like watching Peep kind of implement all of the different tools that Mega Man has, but like two different opponents. That was a tongue twister that I gave myself. It's so awesome. Like Metal Blade one way, like Crash Bomb the other way. You know, Leaf Blade, Leaf Shield this way. Like
such a good like disruptive tool for
Yeah.
Leaf Shield.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I saw him a couple of times. Like Louis is getting comboed in the corner. He's like, "Go Leaf Shield,
help out my friend.
hold down the neutral."
Exactly. It's great stuff. So it looks like we are getting into it. It's going to be, I assume, no surprises here from these players as we see Geist locked in the bail.
Yep,
And Peeb look for the tag, apparently.
Yeah, somebody delete it.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I shout out to my good buddy and coach Sir Dank. There was a while a Riptide I went to where I made sure to delete his tag on every setup that I saw.
Love that. That's a good bit.
See, he sat down. He's like, my tag wasn't on any setup, and I know I played on them. I was like, oh yeah, that was me.
That's even better. Not
like,
like no fuss or anything. Not like, oh, I wonder if maybe someone just deleted them. No, it was me.
No, yeah, I
want
made
you to
sure that they were gone. I want you to know that all of your tags got deleted by me.
Yep. Every time you had to put a tag in again, it's my fault. Or you can thank me. I don't know. Maybe you really like putting the tag in.
Yeah, every time, wasting time.
Right. All right. So much setup is involved in making the perfect set here in the
Perfect
stream
environment.
setup. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got the audio cues. Both characters have a little bit of audio cues that you can kind of work with, and you know, the nice little tidbit is that the audio cues are a little faster than the visual cues.
Yeah.
So.
And
Definitely.
since we have more time, here's some competitor etiquette. Okay, I'm gonna put this out there because this is something that upsets me personally. When you are sitting down for a stream set for a set and you can't put your tag in because there's too many names, don't just delete one tag.
Yes.
Delete multiple so that this isn't a problem for the next person.
We have a lot that we agree on. We love to talk after this because I'm always deleting like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Someone's like, well, I only need 1. I'm like, okay. It's the Smash equivalent of putting the cart back in the corral.
Exactly, exactly. Give people room.
Yeah.
But speaking of room, there's a lot of it here in this set because Peepn is going to be playing back. We do not want to interact with Bayonetta too much because that could just be the end of your stock, you know?
That's exactly how we started here on Battlefield as well. Already taking advantage of all that space, and then 1 missed Crash Bomber turned into 30%. We are back to playing way, way away. Just waiting for Bayo to make a mistake. And that's the name of the game with Peepn and Mega Man too. He's really good at just sort of playing the same sort of neutral over and over again, and then when you make a mistake, he gets to actually sort of activate, as it were.
He's really good at forcing errors in that sense, right? Where it's like you're getting hit by the Crash Bomber. You're so enamored by like Crash Bomber and Leaf Blade and the Saw Blade, and that's like, oh my gosh, I've got forward air to worry about. I've got leaf shield to worry about. I've got no recovery tools, just barely making it back to stage. Guys finally able to get a little bit of something on here, and that could be Peepnut's stock, but it's not. Guys deciding to play it safe and make it right back to stage, right? We might be able to find a little something nice witch time, but no confirm off of it, unfortunately for Geist.
Wow, that's so rough. The sort of drop down from the platform up air to kind of chip away at the shield, and then up smash is like so perfectly angled to poke the shield, especially for a tall character like Bayo. Yeah. Really rough spot.
Yeah, but we're able to stack on a quick 85%, right? We're going to use Rush to get on out of there. Good stuff from Peepn, able to find a little something. I love these empty hops on the right under the platform. It's always something that you can tell, like, oh, this player's feeling himself, right? Yep. Empty hopping right on the ledge under the platform. It's like, come on, do something, do something, do something.
That was a crazy interaction, ducking the Metal Blade, but then like standing up to pick it up and throw it right back at Geist. I've never seen such a silly little interaction.
What awareness,
right?
Right? It's like just ready for it, and oh, what a weight on right under the platform, knowing that witch time is coming out and immediately firing down with that down air. Good stuff, putting on a lot of pressure on the ledge here. Geist having a hard time making it out of the corner, which is something Leo doesn't usually struggle too much with. But I mean, hey, Peepn is going to force, like I said before, is going to force errors.
You have so much to worry about too. Mega Man has a lot of tools. We saw Crash Bomber setup, that time going off the stage with it. Metal Blade you have to worry about. And even right there, like Metal Blade into forward air, we saw Z drop, Metal Blade back air. There's so many things you have to dance around, but barely missing that back air as a follow-up. Geist trying to get a little bit back into the game, but too far away for the witch time punish.
Yeah, this is that rough percentage for Bayo, right? That 120 plus range where our kill confirms are no longer really true anymore. So we got to find a creative way to get a stock. And this is certainly one, but unfortunately, Geist just not pulling the trigger fast enough, and Peep immediately capitalizing on that forced error.
Yeah, and another lovely little Mega Man tidbit, the Crash Bomber is like Mega Man's favorite thing to do off the Angel platform because the invincibility doesn't matter. If you stay on the platform, it's not an issue, but every character is so mad at Mega Man that they run down to try and hit him and then get stuck with the Crash Bomb. Yeah. Geist does finally find that first stock, which is a big sigh of relief, but we're still not out of the woods. We need one more huge combo, but not going to be right there.
Yeah, Geist waiting for maybe an air out down or a drift away on Peep. Now Peep immediately firing, sending in Rush, right? Calling in the assist to maybe get our way out. Really good air dodge out of that combo as well. Geist is having a hard time actually, using these patented 0-to-death combos on Peepn, and Peepn doing such a good job capitalizing on the fact that Geist is too scared to pull the trigger.
Exactly. Lovely use of the Metal Blade right there. Set it up for another attempt, but it's going to be the retreating Leaf Shield, which is also so good, man. That move does so much for Mega Man.
I've been on the receiving end of Peepn using Leaf Shield. What are you supposed to do about that move?
Wait till the next neutral, man.
I got up the stream and I asked my friend, like, what am I supposed to do about that? He's like, yeah, you just got to hold that. I'm like, all right, man. All right. I'll remember that for next time.
Yeah, Peep would never lie. It is a sin. So I know he's telling the truth. Oh, Crash Bomber transfers over to Mega Man. Rough spot right now.
Yeah, but I like that air dodge as well. Just barely, it didn't negate all of the damage there, right? But it did allow him to negate some of that damage, just the first couple frames of that, so it didn't take his stock off the side there. And now, like I said before, that 120 plus range, guys, is going to have a hard time taking stocks at this point, right? No more kill confirms, but that is a confirm that you can hit every single time, no matter the percent. We're able to get the witch time up smash. Fantastic stuff for Geist, able to even up the stock count.
And, okay, well, I'm not going to have time to say much, but the back air almost taking the stock. It makes it back to the ledge. I was going to say, we've seen some good explosive combos from Geist. really fast damage into the 80s off of like what seems like no interaction at all. But one interaction that's come up often is, to your earlier point of forced errors, Peepn hitting one back air and then just waiting.
Yeah.
Not moving a single inch. A stoic little blue man holding down center stage and catching that air dodge in every time with the charged up smash.
And he knows that he has that because Beos and Mythos, for that matter, right, love that air dodge, right? Love to get that bats within to kind of get out of trouble. But if you know it's coming, you can force the error because now that air dodge is that much longer, just like a frame or two longer. But that's all you need.
Exactly. And there is also the issue where if you have seen enough or played against Peepn enough, that back air leads into so much. Like, you've seen back air lead into back air. You've seen drag down back air, up tilt, things like that. So I understand feeling the pressure when that back air hits, but you do have to remain just as patient as Peepn. But it is so hard because I do not know many people who are as patient as Peepn.
Yeah, got to remain ever vigilant, and that's going to be hard against somebody of Peepn's caliber. But that whiff grab is going to be punished with a quick 26. No full bail combo on deck, but hey, that's a percentage lead, and that's all you need at this point, right? Just a percentage lead, right? You want to be you have to play the long game in this matchup.
Yeah, it's just sort of how it has to go. It is a game of very small percentages and the small openings, but 89%, not the smallest openings. A nice little way to get it started. And hold on, charge on that too. Leaf Shield, as lovely of a move as it is, there's so many benefits, as we talked about, it has a lot of cooldown.
Yeah, a lot of cooldown, and I mean, with that Witch Time as well, what a confirm, right? Because you know he's going to pop it, right? You know in that corner, in those high intense situations where he's like, I need some protection for myself, that Leaf Shield is going to come out, and what a down tilt to beat out the Leaf Shield as well. Geist coming alive in this game number 2, able to attack on a quick 61, 76, no more for you, but no. Rush is not enough of an assist in 99%, just barely outside of 100.
Oh, the grab actually transfers the crash bombs. Peep has to put up the shield, and you can see Peep playing very different now, looking to get this stock, try and even it up, because Geist is finding some wild combos, very extended ones at that too.
Yeah, and I love using the platforms to kind of keep away from Peep. That's all you can really do. Ooh. We're able to find that blade, but it's not enough, and we're baiting a Witch Time, but unfortunately for you, that's just not enough for it. Peep not ready for it every single time.
Yeah, Peep is just so many options scouted out. The down air is not going to do it. Some good delay from Geist to kind of mix up the timing a little bit. And what an ambitious approach to that afterburner kick and the down air too. Peep trying to fight out of the corner, but Mega Man has so many specific attack angles. Geist is working around them effortlessly right now.
Dude, using Beo's movement to just kind of stay in and out of Peepnut's range, right? Just like, I might be here. We're feigning in and out. We're pump faking all the time. So I want you to guess, and I want you to guess correctly, because if you're not guessing correctly, you're taking 50, you're taking 60.
So far, we had a lot of good guesses from Geist to try and avoid some of the damage, but Peep just gave 30 pop quizzes and unfortunately only passed 29 of them. All of a sudden you're on the back foot, you're off the stage and looking for just some stray hit, but Geist not able to find it too much right now. It's kind of slowed down in Peep's favor ever so slightly.
Good grab coming out from Geist there on the ledge there. We're not going to be able to find a stock there, right? Got sent a little too far away from the blast zone, so we're going to retreat to neutral, right? We're going to set the tempo back on the neutral center stage there, and Peepnut is going to find us into the corner, but we're pretty behind right now.
Yeah, it's a really rough spot to be in, especially after that drop zone back air misses. Another punish with the Witch Time, but nothing spectacular. Unfortunately, got turned around in that little mix, and Peepnut got to make something happen here, but that's not exactly what we're looking. Hey, it worked.
Yeah. The force testing.
Yeah.
Right,
we're able to just hit.
Yeah. If it hit, it would have been good anyways. But no confirm off of that. Peepnut doing a great job immediately air dodging, knowing that Witch Time is coming, right? So just immediately, amazing awareness coming out from Peep.
Yeah, definitely some good knowledge on display right there. 72% is a rough spot to be in, especially already on the back foot. No huge punish here, but hold on. It's still looking good for Geist.
Yeah, Geist, despite the fact that he's been unable to get like one really solid punish, he's able to take every little bit that he is getting and pushing it further, whether it's stage control, whether it's extending an edge guard or a ledge trap. He's doing a really good job taking his blessings where he can get them.
Exactly. I think like we saw those early combos weren't so spectacular, but all of the hits that did hit the mark mattered so very much. Right there, just taking a nice little two-piece and then getting that back air center stage for the kill. Not going for anything too egregious, just what we can cash in guaranteed.
Yeah. Really, really good stuff coming out from Geist there, able to secure game number 2 for himself, which was, I mean, it really came down to, he was like, okay, I see how you like to play, right? I took that first game, I digested the data, now it's my turn. Now I'm going to find the way that I can play that's going to make it the hardest for you to actually get anything started. And Peepn started to come alive at the end there, but unfortunately for him, it's just not fast enough.
Exactly, but the joys of a best of 5 perhaps. Maybe it's Peepn's turn to improvise, adapt, and find some sort of solution to all of the new problems that Geist sort of posed in Game 2. But so far, it is Geist with a very early lead here, but it just might get worse.
Ooh, yeah, 46% on Peepn already, unable to make it back to stage. There's no jump to be had yet. We still have Rush. We're able to get our jump back just barely, but that's 88% that you have completely unanswered. Able to sneak in and grab, though. Can we find a little bit more percentage? Can we find a little bit of something? Can we answer back?
This time we saw Geist just remain composed. As we mentioned, Peep got an opening and stood there, and Geist just jumped away. And look, 8.8% is nothing to 104. Geist, I think, is really finding the adaptations that we were kind of looking for after Game 1. Nice little duck under the metal blade, too. All right.
Hold on. Yeah, that crouch for Geist actually might come more in handy than we might think, right? Because Bayo just crouches so low to the ground when she gets that crouch. So those micromanagements, right? Those micro movements are really important in sets like this.
A double transfer there. No follow-up, though, because of lovely Bats Within. Always helping out Bayo when she needs it the most. A little crash bomber high. It's, yeah, like Bayo's such a tall character, nearly like hitting her hair on that platform, but when she crouches, she's so low.
She gets so low. Limbo champion.
Right. Mega Man has like no angle of attack, though. All of those like metal blades and crash bombs just go right over.
Exactly. But Peep is doing a pretty good job, like, boxing with Bayo right now. Ooh, yeah, good air dodge away from that dash attack. That was surely a stock that could have been taken. 146%, so now Peep knows, right? I'm outside of the kill confirm range, right? So now I can play a little bit more comfortable. I can play a little bit more loose with it because I don't have to worry about any confirms. And, ooh, what a little bit of a combo there coming out from Peep.
Yeah, I was worried that Peep had something sketched up to take the stock, but still holding on at 161. Any straight hit will do it. And maybe a throw at the ledge here as well. But at the same point, Geist is nearing 100%. I think like up tilt might just do it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Max Rage, one really good hit could just be the full stock. And then you have so much to work with. Able to find a little bit of a confirm into that forward air, but no stock. So close, no cigar. Can we find something though? Ooh, that could have been scary. That was Bayo tax right there. That was almost the Bayo tax.
I love that forward smash from Peep too, knowing Geist has been a lot more proactive this time, trying to cover that approach. I don't think the throw will do it, but it does set up a really good spot for Peep here to try and get the stock with a back air or a forward throw. It's going to be the back air, though, from Geist. One perfectly spaced witch time to seal the deal.
Yeah, and we know that Peep loves to kind of like that forward smash there, right? To find a way to, you know, applying a lot of pressure on the ledge with the crash bomb and the blade, right? We're going to throw out that forward smash again in the corner there to find a little bit of something. And yeah, I'm not scared of Rush here. We're attacking on a quick 23%. Can we find a little bit more for Geist? No, we cannot. Oh, yes, we can. All right. All right, the combo's not over, ladies and gentlemen.
I am ignoring the beware of dog sign. I'm going in no matter what. And look at that. A great combo to get it started, too. And it just keeps going. 78% off of just a couple of these special moves from Bayo. Peep trying to find some room to breathe and does find it here. But the roll beats out the grab from Peepn, and Geist looking so comfortable despite being on the ledge here.
Yeah, just barely. Ooh, there's that Bats Within getting out of jail for free there. And another witch time. Another witch time. We didn't capitalize off the first one. So, all right, we're going to throw another one out. We're going to try again.
I think her watch is broken, but, you know, it's broken clocks right a lot today, apparently. Peep, though, finally hitting some back airs to even it up. And that air dodge not making it to the ledge, unfortunately. And I'm sure Peepn breathing a little extra sigh of relief after finding just the smallest reprieve.
He immediately started running away on that air dodge, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. He immediately was like, oh, you just SD'd? Yeah, I'm running away. Yeah, we're playing a time now.
Run away and air dodge. I am not playing with you right now.
You want this? You better come get me. You better come find me. We're playing hide and seek, and I'm the champion.
So we see a new patient Geist here in center stage. Despite the deficit, you do have a very low percent So it's not like an insurmountable deficit, right? You know you can just get in there at some point, get that stock, and it's dead even yet again. Barely missing that down air, and Peepn going to go with the classic down throw back air. Some good guaranteed damage.
Yeah, having a hard time taking off the stock here. Geist doing his best, but I mean, you're at that 143 range, able to find the witch time, but it doesn't matter. Peepn is ready for it every time. It's like, I can read time too, okay? Right. I grew up with analog clocks. You're not the only one who can read.
My internal clock is phenomenal. That's also like, in that situation too, it's like, it's Crash Bomber. It's a guaranteed, you know exactly when it's going to go off. So good stuff from Peepn to kind of like buffer that jump and dodge. Because you get that extra invincibility too if you happen to dodge in the middle of the witch time. So
we'll be able to find a little bit of something. We're stacking on 78%. We're finally able to sneak in a stock with that back here. 2 minutes on the clock. Timeouts are not out of the question at this point, but I think Peepn is probably going to try to see if he can force his way out of this one, right? There's no way that we're going to see it. Like, we're not allowing Geist to do anything. Actually, we're going to find that up tilt off of the Z drop confirmed.
There's a couple things that you don't want to do. Pretty high up on the list is hit Mega Man Shield by accident. Much higher on the list is doing that while he's got Metal Blade in his hand.
Yeah,
it's ill-advised, to say the least. And we see exactly why. There's like such a interesting dynamic with the hit stun of that move. Like you see so many times the Metal Blade into up tilt that you can get on some of the Stacies or like fast fallers, or right there where we saw the Metal Blade Z drop into the reverse up tilt.
Right.
Like Z drop has so little cooldown that you have a lot of time to get like a real optimal follow-up, as we saw right there. So good stuff from Peepn. I will say Geist was looking really good in that match, but it just came down to some crucial moments that really leaned so heavily in Peepn's favor.
It really was like that lack of resources off stage, right? And that just immediately snowballing and really spiraling out of control for Geist, unable to keep his hands on the wheel before the car crashed, you know? So Peepn taking the W on that one, but this is a lot of the same here for Geist, right? We're able to tack on a quick 60% just about, right? Find our way in, sneak in a little percentage here and there. We usually have the percentage lead, but unfortunately for him, it's been really hard to actually take the stocks, and Peepn managed to get out of that combo for himself, but it doesn't seem to matter because we're able to find a little bit of something more.
Oh, and that air dodge in almost got punished spectacularly by Geist. Good stuff for Peepn to kind of get to the ledge, get out of the danger zone, as it were, and get right back to center stage. And I love the confidence that we're seeing from Peepn, despite being at a really like rough percent. Because as you mentioned so many times, it's a window, and once that window closes, Bayonetta loses a lot of the bite that we're so worried about, in theory.
Oh, wow. Ooh, what a I love the up throw to like catch maybe like a jump or something, right? And immediately grabbing. It's like, you're going to panic here.
The other thing, too, is like there's that weird interaction where if you up throw Metal Blade, Leaf Shield just goes away. So Leaf Shield was already active, and you think, oh, well, he's going to have to throw the Leaf Shield. But throwing Metal Blade up just makes it go away, makes it so they can't really jump out, and you get the grab anyway. That was like phenomenal pressure.
It's just kind of like a mental stun, right? It's
right.
just like, I'm control, delete, sit here for a second.
Their brain is your computer with those multiple streams open. It's like, I can't think about this right now. Peepn's putting up too much on my plate.
Overloading my CPU.
Great pressure at the ledge right there, too. Still keeping it up. Backwards toss on that Metal Blade to keep the pressure up. It's dead even right now. Oh.
Ooh, really, really good from Geist, right? Immediately landing on the ground there, right? And it's like, you are holding shield here, and I know I can shield poke you with an up tilt, so we're able to confirm, but Peepn not too worried about it, securing a stock of his own immediately and attacking on a quick 31%, sending Bayo right off the ledge. Oh my gosh, there's goes Geist immediately firing back. He's like, no. Here's a combo. I'll show you a real combo.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm glad you got to use Mega Man dash attack. You know, I'm sure you're very excited, but I got something better, and it's every single move that Bayonetta has.
But we're going all the way on the ledge there. Peepn able to air dodge out of the corner. Good stuff. No stock for you, but Geist is just ready for it anyways, just keeping it pushing.
Yeah, I'm loving the confidence we're seeing from Geist. If Bayo ever does the down ABK, they're feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to know that your opponent's not going to dodge or you'll go right into the blast zone. Really great stuff that we're seeing. I'm loving these adjustments that each player is making, not only to themselves in the game, but like each other. There's so many different pieces of implementation that we're seeing right now, but sometimes it comes down to good old-fashioned Metal Blade and grab in the corner.
and Geist is just barely making it back to the ledge there. Peepn is doing such a good job applying so much pressure, overloading that CPU, right? But here comes Geist, right? Able to fire a quick 101 and a back air. Not going to take the stock for him, right? Not high enough. We're able to get the ledge jump, but no stock for himself. Peepn is trying his absolute hardest not to drop the stock here.
Yep, and another witch time. You got to be careful, but Peep's really good option right there to roll out of the problem. Get out of there, and it's going to be the forward throw, catching that air-to-air. Crash Bomb not going to connect, but more and more tools are coming out, and the drop zone fair with the follow-up on the Metal Blade. Great presence of mind.
Gosh, what a confirm coming out from Peepn there, and we're going to live a back air at such a high percentage. Well, able to find a little bit of something. There it is again, but we're living anyways.
I love that idea, too. The trump after the counter punish was so smart, but yeah, 156. I guess Bayo needs a little bit of rage to try and make that back air as big of an issue as Geist wants it to be. Peep's just still holding on somehow.
Yeah, we're at that 156 range, right? That difficult rage for Bayo. I know I harp on it a lot, but it comes up a lot in these sets, right? 160, 173, unable to find a stock still. Geist needs to find something. We're getting desperate. There's that force match. That's exactly what Peepn wants. He wants you desperate. He wants you shaken. He wants you to start showing the resolve that you actually have against him.
It's definitely tough to stay so composed in so many stressful situations. How many back airs are we going to see either get shielded or just not take the stock from Peepn? Geist needs to make it happen. This is the last stock. If Peep takes this game, that is it. And Lee Shield going to rack up some more damage. Geist trying to get the shield up, but Peep sneaking in a grab somehow. Oh my goodness, it's just the same joke over and over, but Peep's still laughing. That Metal Blade angle into the drop zone forward air, taking yet another stock, and the match from Geist.
Yeah, Peepn just being like, the second he was able to kind of start taking lead and running with it, there was no stopping him.
Right.
The second he grabbed that baton, he was like, I'm going the distance.
Yeah. It's not a relay race for Peep. He's taking the baton, and he is out of there.
I do not care about the next person who's supposed to take that. I'm going.
Exactly.
I'm crossing the finish line.
Selfish in the best way possible, but a great showing from Geist. Lovely adaptations, and especially against a character that is so hard to kind of work around. It's not a character that you see often, especially one of Peep's level. Frankly, just I don't think one exists. So it's hard to try and, first of all, retain all that knowledge.
Right.
Learn all the stuff that you're learning in the middle of the game, and then roll it all together. It's a tall order to say the least, but a great showing nonetheless.
Fantastic showing from Geist as Peep moves on to that winner's bracket, to that top 8 bracket, taking I believe our first top 8 slot.
I believe so. But that is definitely one for the books. I'm excited to see how the rest of that bracket shakes out, but we have plenty of more spots up for contention. We got plenty of lower bracket spots that people will be vying for here on the side stream. We got the main stream going. It's the middle of action. I hear some auto reticles over there.
Oh yeah.
I hear Diddy Kong too. So
Diddy Kong doing his thing.
Oh yeah.
I know whoever's playing Palu. I know they won. I heard the Kid Icarus
okay.
theme.
Whoa, I might have to check that one out. Hold on.
But I think coming up here, I think I heard Dice and Free K-Flock.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
okay.
Quite the matchup coming up here.
So I have some inside baseball here. Free K-Flock recently, in the last few weeks, played a lot against some other Tri-State Falcos.
Really?
And more recently won, but did lose a couple. So the matchup is very interesting, and I think the key to it is Falco has to not do anything. That's what I've heard. If Falco waits, the Zelda doesn't have a good time.
Hey, as long as they're like not touching their controller, I got it.
Yeah. But so the thing is Dice seems especially disciplined in patience.
Yeah.
Thanks to the best teacher one could ask for, Jaja. So if Dice can implement this patience in this matchup, and my sources are correct, obviously they're opinionated Falco players, it might be a great time for Dice. But ZTN, aka Free K-Flock, I still just call him ZTN, but very storied player, getting better and better as like the weeks go on.
Oh yeah.
And just an unbelievable resolve to keep showing up with this crazy character.
With this character in this meta.
Exactly, yes.
Right? Like That's a brave choice, and also extremely skilled to make it this far in a bracket like this with so many demons, lurking.
I also low-key, I'll just be honest, I love coming out here. And I'm like, yeah, my most anticipated Midwest tournament. I love being from the Midwest now, but then like a New York player shows up, I'm like, that's my boy. I can't wait to watch this match. Another fun fact. Ajax messaged me. He was like, yo, you have the ZTN VOD from the pre-local? And I was like, give me 1 second. And I fast-forward through this like hours-long VOD, and then I saw the puffer jacket, and I was like, it's here. Here's the timestamp. I recognize a New Yorker anywhere.
I didn't even need to double-check. Nope. I saw the puffer. I know my people.
Exactly. So I'm excited for this matchup, man. I love Falco. He's a very interesting character in a very specific way.
We got a lot of birds around here in the Midwest. We got a lot of them.
We don't have a ton, actually. Like, we used to have a lot, obviously. But
it feels like they all migrated over here.
They all got 30. They don't really show up no more, but we love them all still. It's a great time, for sure. Steelix recently got a New York PR and then moved down to Atlanta. Tilde still shows up once in a while, but just kind of for fun. But a lot of great Falcos out there, and I'm loving to learn all the Falcos out here as well. I watched some Dice sets on stream this weekend, and I'm already a fan. So.
Oh yeah, Dice is an amazing, amazing staple here in the Midwest. Really on the come up. I've had the pleasure of watching him grow over the last couple of years, and just watching him level up and level up and level up every single time that I see him. Just a different player, just a better player every time, and so passionate about it as well.
I love that too. That's so admirable. I love Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it's hard sometimes to see some of the players almost like begrudgingly play the game. So when you see someone who's passionate about it, who's showing up and still finding that enjoyment, it's very, very exciting.
Yeah, so I just wanted to double check if I can't remember where Dice got. I think he's best Falco in NA right now, if I believe so. I just wanted to double check that, but yeah, I mean, we'll see how this ends up going up, right? We have two Titans, right? Two people who are getting better and better every single time we see them, right? And we'll see, who's been moving who can move the fastest here, right?
Well, so far, it's a relatively slow start, but a nice little opening for Dice. It's very tough, though, when Zelda starts getting hit. Not a lot she can do to stop that from happening or continuing. Yeah. As we see these up tilts just punishing the landing. Zelda doesn't have too many tools to get down to the stage. Up special is one of them, but if that gets too telegraphed, you can get punished even harder.
Having a really hard time getting our feet on the ground. There's that Phantom covering up so much space, but Dice says, I'm taking to the skies here, avoiding it entirely, not gonna deal with whatever that thing's got going on, and there is that missed up B, and unfortunately we're gonna get punished, charging Phantom on that ledge. Dice not playing with it at all.
Yeah, nice little jump up, but then fade back to avoid that usual trap that we see from ZTN with the up air to catch the jump-ins. But good little jump out there as well to avoid that laser. And one thing I think that's like really unfortunate about this dynamic is normally we see K-Flock do like really well-timed aerials, like delayed until like some of the very last frames, but those kind of just lose the Falco up chill. It's like such a good anti-air and exactly where Zelda normally wants to sit.
We're seeing, we're having a hard time really getting our footing here. I do see that K-Flock has started doing the displacements with the Phantom, something that when I casted him earlier today, I wasn't seeing a whole lot of, right? Just kind of throwing it out there and be like, just go, hold down neutral. Yeah. But actually using the displacement, which is, I've tried to do it, okay? It's hard. It is hard.
It's tough.
It's a tough little input, but providing himself just a little bit more cover every time he charges that Phantom.
We saw a couple of attempts for the lightning kicks, not finding it. Will be the grab, though, to set up a potential edge guard. Side special of the ledge, looking for the shine. It's a re-grab, though. Have to touch the stage or you will get punished. Zelda down smash. Not usually one to write home about, but Falco back here. That's one I'm calling mom and dad.
That's a move where I'm like, all right, this move made me upset.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I like that little up tilt right there. And, okay, neutral special is such a good tool for Zelda. I said, like, she has a hard time landing, but sometimes breaking out of those Falco combos with a neutral special, exactly what you need for a reversal.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a good tool. It's such a good get-off-me tool as well. Ooh, I love that weight on the air dodge back down, right? Empty hopping, just a quick short hop, right, to force Dice to think, oh, okay, now he's going to rip the up air and immediately capitalizing on that air dodge. No, none of that.
Tough spot right there. We see Dice find a way in and then rack up a quick 59%. It looked like it was kind of starting to get a little more even, but now I don't think it's exactly as even as I would have hoped, but it is even if you don't look at the percent for now. K-Flock firing back with a grab. I love that run-up grab. Is a lovely option.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like when you're playing with Zelda, right? You want so. Oh wow.
I didn't think that was gonna kill.
I mean, maybe he was holding in. I missed the DI line on that kill spark on that kill screen, so maybe he was holding in, but maybe just not enough.
Right.
To hit that stage.
You have to hold in harder, actually.
Yeah. Hold in earlier and harder. I don't know. break your stick.
Yeah. That's the only way. But really great game there. It felt like, a nice back and forth. It was close, but in sort of macro sense. In a micro sense, they just kind of took turns beating each other up.
Yeah.
Which is exactly the kind of game I like to see. So we actually do have something to think about in terms of characters. ZTM plays a nice Rob as well, which could possibly be a different dynamic. Not exactly the best matchup that I would love to switch to if I was playing against a Falco, but it's definitely in the cards.
It might be better than... No, we're sticking with Zelda. I heard Zelda select on that screen. Maybe we see a change in scenery, though.
Perhaps,
right?
Yeah.
I was talking to a Zelda player, a friend of mine, and he said that TS2 is... Nope, we're still here. Okay. My bad.
Yeah. I think that if the Rob is in the cards at all, it wouldn't be until Game 3 if Dice goes up 2-0. But I think that it's kind of out of vogue, if you will. More and more times we just see K-Flock sticking with the Zelda, really toughing it out. Speaking of toughing it out, tough start as well, 73%.
Yeah.
And more here.
Yeah, hard opening for K-Flock here, having a hard time to really get his footing. And I mean, Dice is playing so patient, right? It's just like, I'm gonna jump away, right? I know your moves aren't safe. I know that you have so much end lag on your moves, and I know that there's so much time I have to get away from you. So I'm just gonna capitalize on that and play as safe as I possibly can to avoid anything that you could possibly throw it at me.
Yeah, I mean, people probably would assume that Falco does pretty decently, but it is that little extra bit where you can wait. Zelda can throw out a move, and you are surprisingly fast enough to punish and really rub in the mistake that they made. But it's looking like
Jesus,
you don't have much room for error either. 2 quick ones from K-Flock, and we are dead even here.
Yeah, that's some roasted bird if I've ever seen it, with the double up airs to confirm into a full stock for K-Flock. But unfortunately, a misplaced dash attack on the shield is going to be answered quick 37. But we're able to find a little bit more, right? We're able to find a little bit of stocks here. Another dash attack, waiting for the roll, but unfortunately for K-Flock, not able to capitalize on it. But it doesn't matter. We've got that neutral beat, right?
Wow,
that
yes.
get off me tool. That's so potent.
And it's also just such a perfect weapon for the arsenal that K-Flock has, because I mentioned so many things come down to the aerial timings with K-Flock. These really low profile forward airs or back airs like we see right there, sometimes high in the shield, sometimes low, and having the neutral special to add into that mix-up is just so phenomenal. Really tough to deal with all that, and we see just dash attack to punish the landing, because you got to try and get off the ledge somehow, and Falco's got such a good jump, it often comes up in that situation.
Yeah, able to get away from that. And there's Dice immediately like, I think I'm actually going to disengage with you now, right? You're starting to get really scary. I'm at 131%. I'm having a hard time fighting with the with your normals and with Phantom always out. So let me find a way through. Let me retreat as much as possible, but retreating is only going to get you so far. This Knight barely clipping his wings there as we take stock number 2.
All right, getting stuck on the platform a little bit. The roll gets beat out by the neutral air, going for a little bit of an ambitious down air. It's going to be a good old-fashioned forward air out of shield. It's such a crazy move. It opens up the stage for you, does a ton of damage off of just one little mistake from the opponent.
It also is a ton of shield. Oh my god!
The little extra piece of technology doing up tilt on the Phantom.
Right, to extend the hitbox.
Exactly.
Yep.
Catching the jump in, and it's a guarantee, too, right after to hit that up air, especially on a character like Falco. What a beautiful implementation of a little added bonus from a move that already has so much going for it.
Really good stuff. I wasn't even able to say, I don't even remember what I was going to say before that up tilt came out.
Yeah, it took every thought out of my brain for sure.
just like I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find it, and a 2-stock at that, right?
Yes.
Because Dice, when he took that first game, it was 1 stock to 1, right? We were able trading stocks back and forth, but there was kind of like a flip of the script after that first stock that K-Flock lost, where he's like, I think that from now on, I'm just going to be better.
Yeah. What if I just did better in pretty much every regard, right? Like, the offense was looking better. Even like the defensive responses were better. Getting out of the Falco combos more easily with the like stall and the neutral special or air dodging to the ledge more often. It really did just look like something got figured out, and I think it may still be solved if Geist does not try and mix up the equation here.
Yeah, Geist is going to have to start mixing things up, right? We're going to see that K-Flock is going to mash that neutral B as much as we can, right? Get out of those combos like you mentioned earlier. None of that. Forward air on Falco is going to beat out that teleport. None of that here, but we're able to find a little bit of something. And I love these lightning kicks on shield. It does so much shield damage. At max space, it also, there's just enough shield stun to make it as safe as possible as well.
Right. And the way we see K-Flock implement them too, a little bit of patience to whittle the shield down just to time itself, and then throwing it out right before you land. And just that little bit of added help is all of the difference sometimes.
And really good tech roll out to avoid getting hit by anything there. I love rolling away. Oh, good shield. What patience. What resolve from K-Flock there. Able to run up into Falco, down tilts his shield, immediately hold a shield of your own, and immediately manage to get the lightning kick on the missed up smash. What a call out.
Yeah, it's almost like an advanced debate. Unfortunately, Dice going a little too low there, but yeah, basically running up to do the down tilt to bait an option out, because down tilt has so little cooldown, and then punishing whatever that punish was proposed from Dice. It's really good, smart stuff. Poor dude, the Phantom just showing up to get shot. Crazy.
I actually really like that it was that displacement, right? Because Dice has been doing a really good job firing the laser the second he sees K-Flock actually start charging Phantom to kind of prevent it once she takes that damage. So using the displacement to keep it in front of as a shield, it's like, no, you're not doing enough damage to get through this.
We just saw right there, too, that little bit of the hurt box that pokes out because the Phantom holds the shield actually blocked the laser there and kept the charge. Really good combo here from Dice. We do see that neutral special to break it up, but still finding an opening here. Good pressure at the ledge. Doesn't cover the roll, unfortunately.
Yeah, there it is again. Yeah. K-Flock is suddenly just doing such a good job with these displacements. What a tight phrase and a tight input as well to even be able to get something like that.
All right, nice little combo though out of the corner. We see Falco fight for his life right now. Not going to get hit with that shield poke, but it's going to be the back air to open up the stage. Dice needs to make something happen quick. Still on the last stock here.
Yeah, having a hard time, really. We're going to close to the platform, get that back air going. Oh, I love holding down on that up B, right? To just barely poke above stage so that you can cover yourself a little bit more. Really good stuff coming out from K-Flock there.
Nice stuff. Oh, run up shield.
Oh!
Lovely punish. Still holding on very close for 92, and that should be it. But no, it doesn't go for anything too crazy. Just some good pressure on the ledge, looking for a jump, and the Phantom just lets it rip. Yeah. And Dice looking a little more disheveled than game one.
Letting the Phantom rip immediately the second it's at full charge, right? Because, like, it'll sit there for just a second, right? But immediately the second K-Flock saw that it was full charge, just letting it rip to kind of mix up the timing on Dice, because Dice has been just double jumping away.
Exactly.
Every single time it hits full charge, Dice is like, I'm getting out of here, right? I'm taking to the sky, I'm getting out of here. But K-Flock recognizing that, and he's like, no, we're gonna let this go early, right? Try it and double jump away when I mix up the timing.
Exactly. And like you think too, because that's the third layer. That's right. The second layer is Dice jumping away and K-Flock chasing with up air. So Dice is like, oh, if I jump fast enough, maybe K-Flock's not ready to jump up after me. And then mid jump, the Phantom's already in your face. Like, oh, my fault. I guess I won't be on the ledge next time. But we got a small change of scenery as requested a few games ago. It's going to be small battlefield this time.
A better stage. Full stop. Fight me. And we can see just how much better the stage is for Dice as he quickly opens up with a 55, 62%. I don't care about this Nair's loves at all. If I can sneak underneath you and catch you with another Nair, another up air, another little bit of something, it's not going to matter to me.
Exactly. 75 is a good place to start for the Dice fan club as K-Flock starts to fight back. Phantom getting beat up, though, as Dice just keeps the pressure up, and that really smart to go super deep. The lightning kicks out of shield aren't as threatening if you are just right on top of Zelda. They have to be spaced pretty perfectly.
Let's go jump away, coming up from K-Flock there, able to get away from that up air, which certainly would have been a confirm, and a stock for Dice. Having a hard time really getting his footing here. This change of scenery has really kind of shaken him up a little bit, right? Dice is doing such a much better job just being like, I'm going to retreat, right? I'm gonna press the advantage when I have it, right? But outside of that, I'm going to retreat, right? Like you mentioned before we even started, that hold back, when the Falco has the wherewithal to hold back and sit still, that becomes a problem. What a reflect!
Like the very last bit of it, too. Oh my goodness, how unfortunate. It looks like it surprised everyone in the venue and, of course, K-Flock as well.
Oh yeah, that's the Dice fan club right there.
Yup, yeah,
that's the Dice fan. You can hear MSU in the background just cheering on their boy, right? That's their star. That's their guy right there. And MSU always brings a crowd.
Oh yeah,
always brings a crowd.
Love to see it, and you can see that confidence is being transferred directly into the hands of Dice. The controller is feeling a little warmer now than it was before.
Yeah, able to get a little bit more out there. Good run away, right? Make K-Flock think that he's safe now when we run away, right? But immediately firing a laser, and I love running up on the forward smash, right? Knowing you're not going to shield poke me, I'm not getting hit here, and immediately firing with the back tilt up air, or the up tilt back air. Really, really good stuff coming out from him there. Able to find a quick little down smash and catch the recovery with the Dense Flame. Fantastic stuff coming up from K-Flock.
He has an unfortunate angle. Falco pretty much guaranteed had to side special back to the ledge, so had to try and get it preemptively, and ZTN scouted it out beautifully. So Nair, really good reversal here. Gonna have to go high. Doesn't get punished though. Not able to get too much. Zelda's pretty slow in a lot of specific regards, and that is certainly one of them.
Yeah, able to find a little something here. Reset to the ledge, and yeah, I like Dice running their way actually. People you complain all you want. Running away and firing laser is optimal.
Unfortunately, so yeah.
It is optimal. I'm not fighting you up close.
No. We see what happens. Up air. Nearly taking the stock at a criminal percent, but Dice does find some footing. Forward tilt, really good space right there, but the empty hop.
Yeah, what a tomahawk. And no kill spark, no kill screen, no ceremonious finish for K-Flock there as Dice evens up the game count, and we're going to a game 5.
3 more stocks is a new one. I can't say I've heard
that
that
is a
before.
new Chan.
That's like I feel like a little too far in advance. Like my homie hit start on game 1. It's like, hey, 9 more stocks, bro. 3 more games.
What happens if K-Flock 3 stocks in here, right?
I don't know.
You'd never see me again.
No, I was going to say, I'm going home.
I'm going home. You'd never see me again.
I'm reading books or something. I'm picking up.
I'm picking up a new profession.
Yeah, I'm playing single-player games after that one. But it's PS2 one more time as we get into Game 5 here in loser's side of top 16. And you can see both players understand the stakes, and they are approaching very carefully.
Ooh, I love that up tilt, right? Just barely clipping Zelda on the bottom there. And, the Nair's Love not coming out enough time for it, right? And even when it does come out, Dice doesn't seem to care at all. We are going to trade with the lightning kick, give K-Flock some room to breathe, but it might not be enough. If you're already at 80%, we're 30 seconds in.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but the one thing is Zelda's got some explosive responses. 66 after that up special. Does get hit with the laser, but lets the Phantom go just in time.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, there is that lightning kick. So potent in every regard. Immediately firing on Dice there, right? And K-Flock ready for the air dodge down, right? Letting rip that up air, but it's not going to connect, and Dice is able to take control of the game here, but maybe not for long because, K-Flock is so potent on the ledge.
Yeah, that 93 that we see on K-Flock mostly came from very early on in the game. Dice does find an opening, though. Back air is not going to take it yet. The next hit should do it. Phantom a little too low to matter. So we see some patience from Dice. The dash attack gets punished with the up smash out of shield, and you can tell the crowd is happy that is how that interaction went.
Yeah, the crowd coming real alive.
Yep, there they are.
Yeah, they are. Crowd coming alive there for their homie Dice, right? As he continues to put on the pressure. No F tilt, just barely. Not enough, not far enough, but there's that back throw, right? Such a good option when you are down in that corner, right? We're able to get that back throw. Get out of here. I don't want to deal with you.
Wow, I love how we saw that patience from Geist. At such a low percent, you have a lot of invincibility, so just enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, yeah.
RD 57 on the back foot. Another jump in, and that time waiting all of the way down at the bottom. K-Flock gets a little opener.
Gosh, these up tilts have been so good for K-Flock. Just waiting until we see the air dodge come out and then letting it rip, knowing that that very last hit is going to hit Falco. And oh my gosh, almost confirming right there, just barely getting out of the way. Dice screaming for himself, let me get out of this corner because I'm getting pressured so much.
Yeah, that almost could have been curtains, and it also would have been a morale killer for the venue, but we are holding on still, not able to really tack on any damage. But listen, first worry about surviving, then worry about putting on that damage.
Yeah, exactly, and we're on the ledge again, but hanging a little too long. That Phantom is coming and clipping your wings yet again. K-Flock up 2 stocks to 1 in this Game 5 situation. Only one of these players can move on further into top 16, and if Dice doesn't get it together, it might just not be him.
It might be. Like we're seeing so many things come to fruition here. K-Flock with these up tilts to punish the landing. Dice not able to find too much. The throw is huge. Doesn't get the follow-up, and air dodges as well. K-Flock mounting some sort of offense here, but a little room to breathe. Dice taking some stray hits. Any little bonus is a huge boon.
I love that air dodge away from after that down air, knowing that you're not going to get anything else out of that, right? And we don't want to get hit by that up tilt, right? Never want to get hit by that up tilt because that is a confirm into the up air waiting to happen just like that. Dice is playing his best, but unfortunately for him, K-Flock is just doing everything he can to be a step ahead of him at all times. And there's the lightning kick on the jump. K-Flock taking it 3-2. Game 5 against Dice, clutching it out in a victory. And look at, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you earned it. You earned it against the crowd, right? With the crowd behind you, with the hometown hero against you, you got to do everything you can to put down the house.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. It's so very tough. The war of attrition that you have to deal with. You have Zelda basically in that last interaction jingling the keys of the Phantom in front of you. And we saw Dice go for a reflect, but the Phantom was a distraction. It was all about that punish off of the ledge with the lightning kick and a beautiful culmination of what the story of that match was, which is just all of these different mounting problems that you have to face as Falco, and Zelda just adding one more thing to the myriad of issues you already have to deal with.
That is what we call in the business genuinely tough, right?
Yes.
If you want to, shorten a little bit, Guff for short, right?
Okay, that's
Guff
new.
for short.
Yeah.
All the kids are on Guff now.
Okay, yeah. I'll have to bring that one home. That's a good one. Is that one for the books? But I heard from the loudspeaker that we have another banger.
Oh yeah,
Geist coming back to the side stream here. And Cola, who I have not been blessed to see on the stream, I feel like just only in Melee. So I'm glad that we got a little Cola, action over here on the Ultimate side of the venue.
Yeah, he. I do know that I did watch him go Game 5 with up-and-comer Aster, also from MSU, earlier last night. I know he took out Raven King as well. And a couple of other really notable players that I don't remember right now, so they're not that notable, I guess.
Yeah.
But did a lot to get here, right? Did a lot to get here. Guys, we did see fall to Zomba earlier, or not Zomba, sorry. Peepn earlier to get to this point, right? So we've got another hometown hero, another Midwest classic in Geist versus Cola. Such a seasoned and veteran player at this point.
Oh, yeah, certainly. And we'll see how that experience transfers here into the game as we get ready for more of that top 8 bracket to kind of get shaped up, get all set for later tonight.
What is Zomba doing over there?
Zomba is arguing with, is that Stu the announcer? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Maybe Stu is like, what do you want your subtitle to be for the walkout? And Zomba is saying something that probably Stu can't repeat on stream. So they're maybe coming to some sort of consensus. And Stu's like, I can't say that up there. They're going to run me over with the car. I'm going to be flat. You see what he's saying? I'm going to be, there, right there. I'm going to be it's just a splatter against the wall. That's exactly what's going on. Hey, what's up? It's Iiken.
Oh, big Iiken fan.
Oh, yeah, huge. I've never met someone who's just so genuine and nice.
Every time Iiken ends up on stream and I have the opportunity to talk about it, I got to say it. My very first tournament was Combo Breaker 2021.
Okay.
No, 2022, sorry.
I was going to correct you, so.
And Iiken, first time he had ever seen me before, he asked me who I was, and he was like, "You're sick." Well, probably. I don't know. I've never met you before. But you're probably sick. And he shook my hand, gave me a hug, and then he was like, "Good luck today." And I'm like, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that's so on brand. If you told that story about anyone else, I would doubt it, but
It's Iiken.
not even for a moment.
Yeah, not even for a moment.
All right, so we got the Bayo locked in, Geist being player 2 here, and Cola, of course, locking in the Roy.
Oh, yep.
I love every player who comes up to the stream setup. They have an unmatched ability to somehow mess it up for production. Like
every time.
Even when you have a stage runner, like you're player 1, you're player 2, and they're like, all right, yeah, got it.
Production
So,
immediately looking over at us with the glare of
Just
the rage of 1,000 generations.
Just know, chat, it's the player's fault. Production
every time.
No wrong. So,
every time.
Yeah, we're getting into it. Some chip damage onto Geist there over on the player 2 side, as we see Cola looking for a nice little approach with the neutral air, but getting stuffed out by a nice little duck, which is always a fun piece of technology against Roy.
Able to kind of get underneath him a little bit there. We're able to get a forward throw, and we're going to fall immediately off stage, and now we willingly got it.
Yeah. I don't know about willingly, but we definitely got it.
I was gonna say willingly we're going to deal with Roy ledge trapping.
Yeah.
But no, guys said I'm not dealing with that actually. I'm just gonna you got it. You got it, man. It's all you.
It's like, why bother? I'll just come down with invincibility on my next stock. All right, but it looks like, Geist may just be able to even it up. If, Cola doesn't get another explosive start here, Geist has some good tools around this percent to take a stock pretty early.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you're Bayo. You're never out, right?
Right.
At any percent, it's like if we're still in these these orange gold percents, right? Bayo could just take your stock in a flash, right? In an instant. But I mean, we're able to get out of the corner there. Good down throw, right? But no stock on that. And, okay, there is a stock. It's just Cola deciding you're coming with me.
And Cola was like, hey, I like what you did on the first stock. Let me try it. Hold on. I'm going to come down with you. So we got a clean lead here. 1 stock in Cola's favor. Nice little out of shield action. Just some big damage to Witch Twist real quick. Don't want to get the ABKs in the mix because if you land with too much lag at these low percents, Roy is going to make it a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So we're able to find a little bit of something there. Air dodging straight through that forward air combo, so no 3Ps for you. But we're on the ledge there, and I love immediately firing off the ledge the second Cola decides that he's going to press a button, right? We do not want it. That could have been his stock.
Low-key, 38%
that
sweet
could have
spot.
been his stock.
I would not have been surprised. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can see Cola's already trying to make something happen, and Geist wants no part of it.
Every time I watch Cola play, it's like he has somewhere to be.
Yeah, right?
He's like, I'm trying to be done with this as much as possible.
I think Geist has somewhere to be.
Geist is trying to get past the snowstorm.
Yeah, what the heck? Geist has dinner reservations at 4. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate. We like to joke, but I know Geist is trying to be a little more composed in the next game. Really good ideas for the times Geist was able to play,
right? And
then just kind of happened to fall off the stage a couple of times, but
and that's the price of playing Bayo, right?
Exactly.
You hear it all the time, the Bayo tax, right? The Bayo has to SD a couple of times in a set.
In fact, maybe Geist is front loading it. It's like a payment plan for like the IRS or something. So 2 SDs in that one, and you're good for the rest of the set. And it looks like Geist is locked in. Oh my God.
Triple up air to the forward smash real quick. No ledge jump for you, so we're on the ledge again. Can we find a little bit of more action here? We're going to reset on the ledge, and Cola is just going to keep holding center stage here. He's like, I'm not going to get reversal here. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to hold away.
Roy, okay, I was going to say, Roy doesn't get a lot on a regrab if he's not ready.
Yeah.
He has to get in very close, but the problem is if you go preemptively, get close to the ledge, Bayo can just ignore the ledge and hit you with whatever ridiculousness she was doing anyway. Just a Rob here deck. Oh my God, hold on. What is going on?
God.
More ridiculous.
Saved him a couple of times there because, you have to recover.
Right.
And unfortunately for Geist, you immediately put Cola at a percent that Bayo doesn't want it to be at. It's either 100 or dead, right?
Yes. It's like Sheik with a different outfit, the Marthritis, if you will. It's a really tough spot to be in. We're looking for maybe like an up tilt back air at this point, but Cola's not really going to let you get an up tilt usually. Like that angle that Roy approaches at will usually be out up tilt almost every time. But dash attack, nice little way to open up the stage.
Yeah, and we're throwing out a lot of aerials here, but unfortunately for you, you're not going to be able to take that stock. Cola immediately capitalizing with that little jab there. No down air for you, but it doesn't matter. We're able to find that drop shield for an up tilt confirmed with the sweet spot. Good stuff coming out from Cola there as he's immediately firing immediately. It's like, I'm going to keep pressing buttons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna press as many buttons on your shield as possible. I'm going to overwhelm you.
Exactly. I don't know if you thought I was someone else, but I'm going to be pushing the button. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. The game plan is simple because it's effective. And look at that parry on the up tilt. As I said, up tilt's like the one thing you're afraid of. So playing around it so effortlessly, very smart to do.
Yeah, and just barely getting away from that up tilt, or just barely like not close enough to the up tilt, right? Going a little too far away, and that's going to allow Polo to keep on pushing, keep on moving. We're going to see if we can get the Bath Within or the Witch Time, but unfortunately for you, nothing there.
Wow, that's a really good play at the ledge right now. Despite Cola sometimes just giving it up entirely, still like being able to have the time to dash in and punish has been phenomenal, really. Just really racking up this damage here on the second stock, despite being at like any move kill percent, somehow holding on. Just 184 even.
We're still 192. You don't see Roy live at this percentage very often. Guys trying to find a little bit of something to give the stock. That's a max rage explosion on the ledge there, and you're not going to be able to get around it at all. That's too big.
And honestly, I'm a little worried as to what is going on. Forward throw will do it. I've never seen it kill that fast in my life.
Guys like pummeled out of habit. It's like, I don't have to do this.
Yeah, just went like straight to the left. All right, nice little opportunity here though for Geist to get something going after that first stock. One quick stock, and maybe that 41% is not such a big deal. Right now, it feels like a lot. Good stuff from Geist to try and stay composed here, find those gaps in the defense.
Able to sneak in a quick back air out of that combo, and okay, we're making it back. Oh, good air dodge. Just barely able to make it back, just barely, but I mean, this is a rough position to be in.
Yeah.
I never want to be on ledge against Roy. That's never where I want to be. I don't care what character I'm playing.
Nice up tilt back air to set up an edge guard here. Unfortunately, Geist isn't really able to do too much. Roy does have a pretty good recovery, at least specifically against Bayonetta trying to edge guard at that like usual spot she likes to do, sort of drop zone there or things like that. Okay, nice little just forward tilt to check the shield.
Quick shield check, and we're able to find an up tilt back air on the Roy. Able to secure a stock for ourselves, stop bleeding a little bit, but I mean, hey, that bandage might not be enough because you've got to keep it moving.
Yeah, it's a bit of a band-aid on a mortal wound, it feels like right now.
Yeah.
In the corner right now, just jumping, looking for a way in. Does find a way in, but it's only to the other corner. That's where you get a stray hit of the Witch Twist. Definitely not the combo starter you're usually looking for.
Hey, look, other corner is better than the corner you've been in this whole time, but unfortunately,
it's like the grass is greener type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not, actually. That's the secret. Cola is fine putting you in the right corner, the left corner, it does not matter.
I don't care. I'm finding this stock.
Exactly. It's inevitable either way. It's just like whatever kill screen you get, maybe Roy's better angle, like at the good side on the right as opposed to the left-hand side, but it didn't matter. Somehow Cola found a way, no matter the direction. And Geist certainly has a lot to think about.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where it's like, what do you do, right? What do you change against in this game plan? Because it feels like no matter what Geist is actually attempting here, it feels like Cola's one step ahead,
right.
or alternatively doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to stick to my game plan. I'm going to keep throwing out my aerials. I'm going to keep making these hard reads on you because I don't care what game plan you have.
That's almost like worse feeling when you're in that spot where you're like, I'm trying these new things, and my opponent does not mind at all. It's still just like finding these same openings. Despite all these new things that I'm trying, I still am just getting beat up. And it's honestly like part of the dynamic of the matchup as well is like Roy is very fast burst options on the ground in terms of like the dashing and some of the like short hop aerials, and Bayo not necessarily as fast in that sort of area that usually she's good in, right? Like vertical, Witch Twist out of shield, all great.
Right.
But Roy has a sword in a strict sense that sometimes is just long enough to outrange Bayo.
That dish joint is just enough for Roy here. We're gonna make our way all the way back to the stage, and Cola is so comfortable sitting in center, right? And just like, I don't really care. I'm fast enough. Even if you do make it all the way back, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
I got time. All right, does get the turnaround on that grab. A little mix up there on which direction Geist is actually landing.
Yeah, but for once, Geist is actually doing pretty well for himself, and I think it might be a change of scenery, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's all you need. Sometimes you just need that quick change in scenery, that quick stage change, even if it isn't too big of a deal, right? We got a tri-plat instead of a dual plat, fine, whatever. But sometimes that one platform or that one less platform is just enough to really push things forward.
Even if it's just like a mental reset, like like I'm on this stage, this is my game plan, I need to implement it, as opposed to just vibe out.
Yeah.
That might just be all the difference. Nice little ledge trump to try and force the issue with the roll on is not very good in that situation, unfortunately. Bayo's roll feels real bad compared to all of the other things she can do. not going for the down air there. Just going to take it easy at the ledge, as we've talked about so many times. Cola's fine with taking it slow when it needs to happen. Great air dodge.
Yeah, really good air dodge coming out from Cola there. And I like that Cola has been air dodging more often than he's swinging out of disadvantage, right? Knowing that Geist is looking for that pass with him, we've kind of shown our hand a little bit too much, I think.
Do you think, like, when this happens, Cola's like, is my melee set up? Like, can I go back to play the other side of the venue?
Can I play a different game?
Yeah, with 3 specials off the ledge just to get back to the ledge, like, yeah, I'm thinking about Fox McCloud right now. That's what I'm doing.
Fox wouldn't do this to me.
No. Sheik might, but not
Sheik
Fox.
will.
Up there, not going to do it, probably thanks to that little change of scenery we got. Battlefield helping out ever so slightly, but making it back to the ledge. You can see one big explosive response from Cola. We talked about it before, but that like inevitability of like eventually I'll get you to a high enough percent where you can't rely on ledge invincibility anymore. You know, especially despite how long you've been in the air, you're not going to have it forever. I will punish you, and lovely punish right there, Geist. With all of that extra momentum from slowing down the game, just responds immediately, and we are dead even here with only 4.5 minutes left. I hate that I had to say it, but as you can see, they're both...
okay, that's disrespectful. That idle animation is disrespectful. You're the one who retreated.
Right.
You're the one who took the stock and immediately went to the other ledge. You can't goad him to come to you. You're the one who doesn't want to interact.
Yup. Oh, that's it. It's over. 11.9%. Cola's got the lead. Okay. Okay. Nice little scramble here. It looks like we've kind of abandoned that timeout option as we just get to scrambling now.
I didn't even realize we're at 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, those little interactions add up where Geist is taking all of the time to get back to the ledge with every special move. Oh, no jump. That's huge.
Oh, that's massive.
Ooh-wee.
A massive, massive lead for Geist immediately, and we're going to reset to the ledge, right? We're immediately going to stall out here as much as we possibly can because there's no way we're interacting with Roy, right?
Oh,
like,
no.
I'm not interacting with
It's been
you.
bad historically.
Oh!
Cola! I love the down air into the back air, man. It's I've seen that like 4 or 5 times in the Cola sets I've casted, and it never gets old. Hold on, though.
Oh, and there is what Geist has been looking for this whole time.
Yo!
Is that bats within, or that witch time on the ledge, on the upbeat. But Cola just barely surviving, making his way out, but Geist is not done just yet. We're going to keep it moving, right? Catch the air dodge, and there's that back air. Geist putting a point on the board, keeping himself alive.
God bless the USA. Oh, my God. That's exactly what Geist needed. I was blown away at the idea of Cola fighting back in that situation on the right-hand side, and then to lose that confidence and panic with the air dodge in that Geist was so ready for. A crushing turn of events for the Cola fan club, but I know that the Geist fans just got a little bit more excited as we go into the next game.
A little bit of wind under their sails now, right?
Yes.
Able to find that first game, and sometimes that one game is all you need, right? Just a breath of fresh air, right? Just all the tension built up, just, I can breathe now, right? I can focus. My game plan does work. I can do it. I just needed that single confidence boost.
Exactly. Going back to small battlefield now, that sort of safety blanket of the third platform is gone. So let's see how that changes the dynamic. Maybe that was all the difference. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe all we needed is that top platform, right? To kind of give ourselves a little bit of more safety here.
Well, it looks like we are going back to some good old-fashioned reserved play here as Geist goes back to the ledge for a little bit.
That's a good way of putting it. We'll use reserve.
Yeah. I've been trying to get more diplomatic with my phrasing. Oh, all right. Cole looking to try and punish a jump or a witch twist. Not really going to be able to get it, though. Pressure on the platform as well. And Geist says, you know what? If you're going to pressure me on the platform, I'll get off the platform. I'll get off the whole stage.
Fine. I won't stand on the platform anymore. It's all yours. Take it. Oh, a whiff grab, immediately getting hit by the witch twist. We're going to quickly put on 40% and immediately retreat, right? We know that we're not going to be able to get that full combo extension, right? So we're going to retreat, but unfortunately, Cole is ready for that. He's like, no. You want to retreat? Fine, we'll retreat. I'll let you do it.
Yeah. You don't like this side of the stage? Go to the other one. I will still hit you with that jab back air, the classic, tried and true. And okay, air dodge getting punished. Still within the window to get the bats within, but double edge dance, thankfully, a perfect way to respond to that.
Yeah, but a little bit on there. And oh, that up B on the shield, not safe enough for you. Able to find a little bit of something with that up air. And Cola is so ready for everything that Geist has been throwing out on him. So it's been really hard for Geist to really find his footing.
Yeah, that is kind of the name of the game, which is why Geist has kind of abandoned the concept of footing and going to the ledge and then waiting to try and find some way to get some sort of action that way. And it's just going to be an afterburner kick at that mid-range, really good stuff. Because Roy, you know, we talked about having that sword in the disjoint. It's not perfect, though, and that's exactly where Geist is trying to punish that sort of mid-range window attempt that we see from Cola with the afterburner kick.
Able to find a little bit of something there on that return. And I like Geist just kind of waiting there, but unfortunately misjudged the distance that Cola could cover with that Nair, and is going to take a little bit of something there. We're unable to find the stock. We're going to keep charging that neutral B, and it's going to make Geist kind of second-guess his options on the ledge here, right? We're going to keep second-guessing ourselves, and we're going to retreat again and again, because how do you get out of the corner against Roy?
I don't know. I think Geist is trying to figure that out, and we don't have the answers yet as Geist goes down to the last stock, potentially of the tournament here. It's still very tense. That's a great way to respond, though. Only one clean stock here as Geist gets a little momentum and some cheers from the crowd to help out as well.
Hey, all he needs is he just needs one interaction, and he could do it, right? That's all he needs. That's all Bayo ever needs. Just one interaction at 0.
I've seen it before. Even in this set, I've seen it before. Geist knows exactly when to push the issue, when to press the advantage, and it's probably soon.
Right,
So,
and it seems like it's now. Unfortunately, we're going to misjudge the roll away, right? Was looking for an up tilt on a roll out, but Cola way too experienced, way too ready for it. But it doesn't matter. We're able to find a little bit of something. Cola's going to end up on the wrong side of Geist, unfortunately for him. So we do. We're not able to get another full combo or anything like that. But it doesn't matter. Geist finding a way to aggressively fire back on the ledge here. I love that dash back from Cola. Right? It's like, I dare you to do it. Get up. I dare you to get up. Attack. Do something. I dare you.
some good shield pressure too, going for the first couple hits of double edge dance, but Geist punishing flawlessly. Unfortunately, still stuck on the back foot, going to take the scenic route back to the ledge as we get the littlest jab, just to kind of say, hey, do it again, take 2%. Ooh, lovely empty hop. Forward throw to just reset it. Cola's fine, playing this game for the next 3 minutes if need be.
Yeah, he's like, I might be playing Roy, but I can play a little bit patient, right? I can sit back. I don't need to always be swinging, right? And that's so scary against Roy, right? When they stop swinging, it's like, hey, this is not what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Please go back to fighting ghosts.
Yeah, you're scaring me, man. Are you thinking now? I never thought that was possible. Oh, all right. Jump forward air from the ledge, getting punished with a sour spot. Cola getting a lot of the sour spots here, but frankly just excited to be getting any hits at all, right?
Geist having a hard time, like, securing this stock. It's so scary for him here. I like that turnaround, right? Immediately turn around shield. I dare you to try and find something. And you see that Cola had blood in his eyes, but unfortunately for him, it's not enough. We're able to find a little bit of something, but it's getting sent the wrong way. Geist is just getting unlucky with the placement of Cola on these moves.
Yeah, and Cola taking a page out of the Geist playbook, going way too deep, and maybe edge guarding that ghost a little too aggressively. And Geist says, whoa, let me go check down there for you.
Hey, we take those.
Yep.
We take those every single time. We're going to get a down throw. Don't see that every day coming out from Roy there. And we get a whiff grab. And what a weight coming out from Geist there. Unable to find anything. And that's a trade that you don't want to see. Cola taking 3-1 over Geist.
Yeah, the falling up air, a signature Roy approach for exactly that reason. It's a very lovely trade right there, and a nice way to set the stage for the rest of the bracket as we move on. That will be the end of our block, but we do have some very important announcements to give you before we head off. So real quick, why don't we give them a little taste of some of the lovely people who are putting this event together behind the scenes and supporting all of us here and at home in the future and beyond.
Yeah, starting off with Cav Alir Clash 7. I can't believe there's been 7 of these already, right? It feels like I see one every other weekend, featuring players like Akala, Miya, Hurt, Ashimo, Syrup, Sonics, Peepn, Jazo, Wrath, Zomba, Toon, Gluttony, Shiny Mark, Tweet, Shuton, and many, many more. Is Cavalier Clash 7, February 7th through 8th in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's got ultimate singles, doubles, and collegiate crews, as well as melee singles and doubles with a $1,000 pot bonus. So if you're interested, go to start.gg/CavClash and use code Afterburner for 5% off.
Oh, I was just thinking, man, if only there was some way I could save 5% on this. And then you go ahead and drop that on me. Lovely information.
We
but
love discounts here.
Oh, of course, of course. And there's even more lovely stuff going on that involve Farflash, of course, the official social media provider of Afterburner for the second year in a row. And you can catch their coverage of this event on the official Odyssey Esports Twitter at Odyssey Esports IN. Farflash always partnering with social media and other partnerships as well for some of the biggest fighting game events out there. And you can learn more about their work at farflash.com. They even got Jay-Eazy in the background for that LMBM appearance.
I remember when I was seeing this slide earlier, I was like, is that Jay-Eazy?
It is, yeah, bro. We started off
him?
the block with Peepn, and now we got the Mega Man guy, too.
Look at that.
Love to see it. Big shouts to Farflash. And, of course, Super Fusion. Excelsior, tell them about Super Fusion real
Super
quick.
Fusion is finally here. The Collision team is back March 21st through 22nd, and they're taking one of the largest long-standing weekly events in the community and turning it all the way up. We're introducing the Fusion Super Majors. Super Fusion is a full-scale, multi-day super regional event featuring Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Rivals of Aether 2, and the long-awaited return of Melee. Expect heavy competition, stacked brackets, Fusion's iconic redemption bracket, and plenty of brand new moments you won't want to miss. Spots are limited and every event has a cap, so do not wait, ladies and gentlemen. You will be at the Fusion Super Major. Register for Fusion now at start.gg/SuperFusion. Save 22% on registration. Offer ends the 25th. That's not too far away, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget about it. All right, do not forget.
Sign up now. It's going to be great. I'll be there. I'm flying back for that. I don't want to miss it. And, of course, Manchester University. At Manchester University, esports is more than just a game, a pathway to championships, scholarships, friendships, and standout careers in the field. Manchester Esports is now recruiting, in fact, for Fall 26 in Super Smash Bros., Rocket League, League of Legends, all kinds of leagues, Valorant, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, and Excelsior, get this, Mario Kart.
Oh,
the list goes on. Yeah, there's a place for every kind of competitor at Manchester, and you can earn esports and academic scholarships up to $30,000 a year while competing at the highest level at the 8-time Great Lakes Esports Conference Championships in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And also, it gets even better in the future. It's a 4,800 square foot, 70-plus PC esports facility for Fall 27. You're going to want to get in on the ground floor because it is designed specifically for training, competition, and, of course, community. So pair all of that elite esports, academics, health sciences, business, esports management, so many things to name. They're actually telling me I can't even name them all. It's too long to list. So go ahead and check out your future career in-game and out-of-game with Manchester University Esports. Play with purpose and compete to lead. And speaking of Manchester, Excelsior, tell them real quick about this lovely regional that we have here in Indiana.
Yeah, that's going to be Manchester Mash Off 2026. It's going to be April 11th, Indiana Regional. It's an Indiana Regional with singles, doubles, and ladder in North Manchester, Indiana. There are a lot of players that are going to be there. Do we have a list of all the players that are going to be there?
I don't know. I think it's ever growing. So why don't you just check it out on the Start GG page and maybe sign up yourself. Maybe add to that list. You know,
yeah, it could be you. Anybody could be there.
It could be you. And, of course, we got Midwest Battleground, the biggest collegiate event Illinois has ever seen. You will definitely want to check it out. March 6th to March 8th, 2026. There's Ultimate Singles, Ultimate Doubles, NASB 2 Singles, Rivals of Aether 1 and 2, Singles and Doubles, and 2 XKO Singles as well. Make sure to use code MWBAB26 for $10 off until January 20th at 11:59. And go ahead and maybe scan that QR code or just open up a browser page and put in start.gg/Midwest Battleground. You will not want to miss it. It's another one for the books here in the Midwest.
And coming up later this month, January 31st, is Odyssey Esports is teaming up with Team YLNI to bring you the next regional in Fort Wayne. This all-day event will feature an ultimate singles bracket alongside free play setups, board games, and local vendors. How many events have you been at that have board games?
I was going to say, I was so hyped for that. I was like, yeah, vendors are nice. I always love checking out the web. I'm sorry, board games?
Board games?
Yeah, check me in the side events. Hold on now.
The event will be hosted by the Snyder Academic Flex Center on Indiana Tech's campus. This event will act as a fundraiser for Team YLNI, an organization dedicated to attracting, developing, and retaining young leaders in Northeast Indiana since 2005, holding it down for 21 years. Tournament entry is $20, and strong players like Loafer and Ben T are already signed up. Spectator passes can also be purchased for $5 a piece. Don't miss out. Sign up at start.gg/YLNI.
I got 9 Start GG tabs open on my phone right now. A lot of great events here in the region, and you do not want to miss any or all of them. Any. You want to show up. And of course, real quick, let's talk about the normies. We got the daily videos from the normies on YouTube, bringing laughs, tears, and I think sometimes insightful commentary while watching all of your favorite movies, TVs, cartoons, anime, drama, comedy, and even wrestling. The normies react to it all. Check them out on YouTube, Twitch, or find them on your social media site of choice, whatever it may be, or just good old-fashioned thenormies.com. You definitely want to check out all of the content they're putting out. It is a good time, a goof, a gaff, just a laugh, and a pleasure. You know what? I'll say it. It's a hoot, and a holler. It's all across the board, great stuff. And a little more closer to home, if you want to look the part for all of these upcoming events, if you want to show up and win that Best Dressed award for next year, you're going to want to check out the shop at Afterburner here in person or at home, OdysseyEsports.shop. We got a couple examples real quick. Would you like the shirt? You want the blanket?
Ooh, look,
I never get the blanket,
bro. I love
bro.
me a good blanket. I love me a good blanket, and it's getting chilly out there.
I know,
right? It's getting real chilly out there, so do yourself a favor. Go to OdysseyEsports.shop and get yourself some of this amazing merch. I gotta pick some of this up.
I was going to say, yeah.
I can't believe I missed Afterburner merch last year.
Well, that's why I'm glad we kind of get this block. We could just leave with these.
See, I don't think production can stop.
No,
No, production can in fact stop us.
I was joking.
He's scary looking.
I was joking.
He's scary looking. But
check it out, please.
Yeah, if you want more of, if you want the blanket, the hats, we've got sweaters, we've got shirts, we've got a lot of stuff here from Afterburner. So again, Odyssey.shop, and that does help support Afterburner and Odyssey Esports directly. So check out the merch.
Excellent stuff, man. I'm so excited to enjoy the rest of Afterburner, but it will be in the spectator seats. That's going to be it for me. And I'm going to go enjoy top 8. I've been AG Excelsior. Tell them about yourself.
I've been Excelsior. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can find me, more of me, if you liked what I did here. You can find more of me at Excelsior Speeds on Twitter.com. I'm still calling it Twitter. You're never getting that. You're going to pry that out of my hands. I'm never calling it anything else. It's Twitter.com. But it's been so great. Casting with you, AG. Pleasure.
As always,
we got to get more vlogs together,
It was a great time.
This was a fun time.
Well, hey, I'm around. We're both in Illinois. And I'm going to be in the Midwest more often. Phenomenal vibes here. So.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't go anywhere. We've got top 8 later tonight. So don't go anywhere. There's so much more Ultimate action ready for you guys. Have a nice one.